Hello, 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 highly favored. Welcome. Oh my God. Sorry, guys, I was running a bit late, so you guys should not be upset with me. I apologize for the tardiness. Now, no, as it be now. Yeah. Now, no, as it be. Sorry for the tardiness. I apologize for coming in 5 minutes later. I was rushing to get this started, you know. Welcome, everyone. Greetings, highly favored. I appreciate you. Thank you for being so consistent with me. Oh. Highly favored, man, you deserve all the flowers. You're truly highly favored. I'm telling you, thank you so much for your Mr. Isholuwa, good evening, sir. Welcome. So good to have you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate your consistency with me. I appreciate you for being a part of this movement. I've come to know so many wonderful people through, this whole election process. I've been privileged to be a part of, fantastic groups of people. I've had the privilege to have conversations with brilliant minds, intelligent people. In fact, una too much. Oh, my sister, my beautiful sister. Welcome, Romary, my darling sister of life. Eh? The one, my sister with the infectious laughter. Eh? My sister with the infectious laughter and many, many, many sides to her. Talents galore. Eh? Romary, welcome. Oh. Good to have you all. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday, as they say here. Happy hump day. Oh. Una do, una welcome. I hope everywhere dey basket for all of una, and me included. Unto today's show, my people, this thing, this matter we pin here, oh, we pin here. Na my principal face I dey look, oh, I no go lie. Na Peter Obi na im dey. I know I miss you, Romary. How did you know? Hey, I miss that your infectious laughter. When you go dey laugh, everybody body go dey totori dem. Hey, I never see this kind laughter before, oh. Hey, Romary, I missed you, oh. I always stop by your channel. You're doing fantastic, oh, honestly. Kudos to you. Abeg. Now welcome. Oh, good to have everyone. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I hope una dey take am easy, oh. Una no go work forget una sef. Una take care of una sef, so yeah. Una dey take care of una sef, so biko. As we dey fight, we must remember to take care of ourselves as well, because only one life to live, oh. Yes, so I've missed you too, Mary. I've missed you. I know, right? This whole election Peter Obi thing has overtaken me. I can't even do village meeting, man. I don't even know. Last time I did it, many people didn't even show up. What people did, it ended up becoming about politics. Oh my God. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. I guess this is the road I'm on. So I have to keep riding on this road for as long as, it would, as long as it takes. Because, man, if we don't fight, who will fight for us? If we don't fight for our own, who will? If we don't speak up for our own, who will? We have so many things stacked against us. Who will? This is my question. This is what I ask myself. Like, if I keep quiet and I don't say anything, in light of all this mayhem that's going on with our society, and with us, even some of us, the mindset sometimes is disturbing. We have conversations with people, some of us who even live in places where they ought to know better. It's staggering. You think about it, you're like, man, are you serious? And you're here, you have all these good, beautiful things in your life, and you don't want the same for your people. Why? Sometimes I ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I even bothering myself? You understand? Why am I bothering myself? I like soft life. Eh? Why am I bothering myself instead of sitting down, sipping on pina colada, crossing my leg, and watching movies that will make me laugh, or reading a good book? Or going for a swim. It's summer right now. I mean, I can go get a swim. enjoy my life. But why am I stressing about Nigeria? Why does Nigeria matter to me? Why am I bothered by what's going on? You know, do I have anything to lose or gain? Why am I bothered? I ask myself this question seriously, like why? I hope you guys also do the same, because it's very important for us to understand why. Because throughout the day today, I've been thinking about it, in the midst of work and other things. I'll be like, why am I so bothered about Nigeria? Why am I even doing this? Why am I even stressing? Why am I going on platforms and talking and arguing and shouting and talking and whatever? Why? Why do I put myself through this? Why am I putting myself through this? Is it worth it? It's not like I'm getting paid for it, right? People will say it's all about the bag. For me, it's not all about the bag. I don't think that way. It's not all about the bag. There's a bag. It's all there's humanity matters a lot to me. Humanity matters, and there are people, whether we like it or not, don't have a voice. Is it their fault that they don't have it? Is it their fault that they don't have a voice? No, it's not their fault. You know, I mean, I'm sure that when you're down, you would want somebody to speak up for you, want somebody to take up for you and fight for you. That's the way I think about it. I don't know, I'm not perfect. Me just dey talk now. I'm rambling, you know. I know say I dey speak English. No, I forget this English when I dey speak. The truth be say, our country na our own, our own, our own. Who go clean your house if e dirty? No be you go first start to dey clean am. You understand? Who dey enjoy entering a home where it is smelling, everywhere is smelling, carpet is smelling, wall crummy, everything, plate up and down the place, clothes strawed around the area. Nobody get where dem fit put leg. Who would want to live in a place like that? Like like a pigsty? Why would you want to live like that? Who go enjoy that kind thing? So for me, if you no clean your house, nobody go clean am for you. Na so e go be. Everybody go dey carry nose, dey close their nose, dey waka pass. Dem go take wetin dem wan take, dem go waka pass. Dem go leave the filth for the person. So na all that one I think. But now I say, okay, here I am again. I have to show up again. I can think all I want to think and come back again. We rest to fight another day. So here we are. Mr. Ishaoluwa, welcome, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support, for your consistency. I appreciate you. We're in a movement, and movement is the mind. Nothing can change it. Absolutely. Mr. Ishaoluwa succinctly stated. That's a powerful statement right there. We're in a movement, and the movement is in the mind. That's where it is for me. It's in my mind. I can't even strip it off of me. Sometimes I feel like just throwing away my phone and just not bothered by this, because I have other things that I'm doing. There are other projects that I'm working on. I tell you guys, I'm so busy, right? So when I come here, it's not, like I said, everybody talks about securing the bag. It's not about that. That this Anything wey person give me for here, I'm okay with it. Now, for me, anything I get for here na to encourage me, na to ginger me, say okay, I'm getting support, at least nothing. Dey pay my rent, dey pay my bills, but e dey make me wake up and want to keep fighting. Be like encouragement. That's how I see it. So yeah, it's a movement, and we all have to be part of it. Yeah, in Nigeria, they say all hands on deck. Your hand need to be on this deck. Your hand needs to be on this deck. The societies we are living in, all of them fight for am. Na im make us get where to sit down now. Nobody dey come break your door down, say okay, you wan come. Nothing like that. Because they fight for am. If to say dem no fight for am, to say nobody fight for am, imagine the mayhem wey e for be. You understand? Imagine the mayhem wey e for be. Everybody wey dey where dem dey now, where everything rest for you. Imagine say people wey dem get the place no fight for am like this. Sometimes I dey see some TikTok videos wey our cousins wey dem thief from our continent come this side. When dem go dey talk, dem go dey abuse us. Dem go dey say Africans, make una go fix una own, make una go fix una own. Una country wey be say na so corruption leaders now una get. Una no even fit fix una home. Una go come here come dey follow us struggle, dey drag the small one wey we get for here. When una go reach here, una go dey do like say na una better pass us. Make una go back. Our own people dey tell us that one, but where is the lie? Me no dey vex when dem dey talk am o. I no dey vex because where is the lie? If we fix our own, wetin we go dey do for here? Remember back in the day, Africans used to be very proud. You go see dem, dey say that time for Nigeria when government dey sponsor dem, when dem go come obodo like this, dem dey always like to dey around dem because dem dey always get money. Dem dey always get money, people dey like to near dem, women dey rush dem. You understand, there was an elegance and royalty about Africans wey come go and go school for obodo that time, and all of dem dey stay. When dem finish their school, dem go back home. That's how it used to be. I don't know if anybody remember the debate of one in fact, make I pull that, I go find am why I dey play my video, I go find that video again, where one student dey debate. E dey debate Ethiopian, debate American, debate South Africa. Omo, come see debate. The man then come say, when I know, say still go where the South African woman ask am say whether make im go invite am make e come start. He say wetin dey go do for South Africa when he get im own country, when he get im own house for im papa land. Intelligent debate, high school students for Nigeria as at that time. My people, na only one country we get. They say when life don beat you, when you go outside, when life beat you left, right, center, na where you dey run go back to? Home. Na house you go run back to. You see why we no get homeless problem for Nigeria? Because everybody get grandpapa house, everybody get papa house. People wey you see for Lagos, when be say dem go dey under bridge, say na here, as far as make dem know say I dey Lagos, make dem know say I dey Abuja, na stubborn head make dem dey do all that one. All of dem get village to go to, but dem no wan go. Na im make e be like say there's no homelessness in Nigeria. Everybody get family compound. Even if you no get house for Nigeria, you go get that papa house enter. You go even get your grandpapa house enter. Na lie I lie? If I lie, abeg make una tell me. Ephrata, welcome my sister. Good evening ma, welcome. Good to have you. Thank you very much. Nigeria is a calling. Yo! Emu atawe wo tari o Ephrata catfish. In Nigeria calling wo gini no. Na real calling. I never see this kind thing. If anybody tell me say I go dey do wetin I dey do, so I go argue with the person. I go say lie me. I don't want soft life gang. Wetin I go come dey stress myself, dey stress, dey give myself body pain on top of wetin? No, I go argue. But here I am. Here I am I dey do woto woto with people. I carry the thing for head, dey hawk am like hot akara. That's what Nigeria. For me, I don't know. I didn't even know that me I had this much love for Nigeria. I'm telling you, I no even know. I didn't even know. You understand? If person meet me somewhere this matter, I go say, I go follow the person. I go say, lie, not talk that thing again. Me and soft life, we are 5 and 6. Don't say, I don't want anything that will touch my body anyhow. What are you talking about? That will give me heart pain or body pain? I don't want. But here I am. But do you know what encourages me? What pushes me? What keeps me going? Peter the Rock will be. Every time I go that man Twitter, I go say, how? What kind of human being is this? The man be like who? He nothing dey affect am. Hey, never send me not there. I never see person wey be like that. The man be like Iroko tree, stand gidigba with that smile, that perfect smile. When people take dey think say nothing for am, that smile, that calm, that when person get strength from within that you can't touch, but he has a calm exterior. Oh my God, calmness impersonified. Na im be Peter the Rock Obi, but still on the inside. Mm, na that man now I dey look. If he ain't giving up and he can decide to, he has everything going for him. He doesn't have anything to lose. If he say he no do again, we get with nothing. I mean, I know the movement is bigger than him. I'm just saying, who go hold am? If he say, well, you know what, I've tried. You people see how it played out. So hey, I can't do more than myself. What you understand? Go dey live a soft life, they go. Nobody go quarrel with am. But the man dey inside Nigeria where they hot pass, e dey there. They no fit touch the man because you don't the kind brand when e come create now, you touch am everywhere go just start to dey everything go just start to dey scatter for Nigeria. That is how powerful that man is. If by mistake now you hear say hair fall from him head like this, like small hair for the side of his side bones, they don touch everybody na be that. You go see everywhere go just so they are afraid, they can't even touch him. He's very contagious, heart desire. His demeanor is so in fact, it is him I look at. I don't look at anytime I go to Twitter na in this thing I dey first go. I go first look am, okay, my principal rest, Pepe rest, okay. Then I'll come go other people own. Ife, Dr. Ife, my sister darling, welcome oh, welcome una do well. Thanks for joining me again. Chukwuemeka, welcome. The most painful thing is that INEC is doubting their own results after using it to declare. Are we surprised? Chukwuemeka, we are not surprised. I'm telling you, J.O. man like P.O. Man like P.O. A man to emulate. When they say, who are you? Who is your mentor? Just say Peter Obi. You don't need to know him. Just mention his name. Peter Obi is a mentor. Mentor of all mentors. Mentors are learning from him. Are you kidding me? Forget that. Yeah? Anyway, my people, now well done. May I start with this video? I want to find another video for now again. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take this one. Take whole body for now.
Friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro, I know it's been a while that you heard from me. There's a video that I just watched of El Rufai where they were doing a send forth of him or a farewell party or whatever, and there were some Islamic scholars there, some Muslim clerics, together with the incoming governor of Kaduna State. And there he was revealing, I think he didn't know he was being recorded. There he was revealing what his plan was or what their grand plan has been, especially what he did in his last term as governor of Kaduna State, where he had his deputy as a Muslim. So he did a Muslim ticket. That was the first time we heard of a Muslim ticket. Do you know that the new governor after El Rufai in Kaduna State is also a Muslim, and he also has his deputy governor as a Muslim? The same lady that was the deputy governor to El Rufai is now the deputy governor to Sani Uba, that is the current governor of Kaduna State. The same grand plan of Muslim, and he has taken it over to the national scene. That is the same thing he said must be done if Tinubu is to be allowed to be president. That's why I want you to watch this video. It is in Hausa. There are subtitles. We took time to give it subtitles in English so that you are able to understand what El Rufai has been crying out for. He did it in Kaduna State. He was among the people that brought about Muslim ticket. When some of us also cried out that in a nation that has been so divided along religious lines, the idea of Muslim ticket is completely a no-go area. But some of you just say it doesn't matter. I mean, all we're looking for is competence, meaning there is no competent Christian anywhere in the north. That was what he was saying virtually. I want you to watch this video.
Na ɗaya na tsaya na yi lissafi yawanci waɗanda ba musulmi ba su zaɓen jam'iyyar yawanci. Saboda haka me yasa zan ba su mataimaki? Na yi lissafi za mu iya cin zaɓen ba tare da mun ba su ba. Na ɗaya kenan. Wannan siyasa ne, so kake ka ci zaɓe. Kana neman mutanen da za su zaɓe ka. Mun tsaya mun duba tun da aka fara demokradiyya mun duba inda muke cin zaɓe da inda ba ma ci. Mun yi wannan lissafin a siyasance kenan. Amma na biyu abinda muka so mu nuna, kuma cikin shekara 4 na alhamdulillahi mun nuna, shine gwamnati wanda gwamna musulmi ne, mataimakiyar gwamna musulmi ne, SSG musulmi, chief of staff musulmi, kwamishinan kuɗi musulmi, ba zai cuci Krista ba a Kaduna. Kuma duk inda muka je muna gaya musu cewa haka ne, duk saman gwamnatin mu musulmi ne, amma akwai Christian guda ɗaya a jihar Kaduna da zai fito ya ce an zalunce shi ba a bashi hakkinsa ba. Akwai gundumar da ba mu gyara makaranta ba, akwai gundumar da ba mu yi asibiti ba, akwai inda ba mu je mun yi hanyoyi ba, akwai inda ba mu taimaki manoma ba, ko sun zaɓe mu ko ba su zaɓe mu ba, mun ba kuwa hakkinsu. Of course, Kubau sun fi zaɓen mu, saboda haka zan je Kubau in ɗan ƙara musu wani abu. Ko domin sun zaɓe mu, abinda zan ba Jaba zan ƙara ma Kubau, tunda Jaba ba su zaɓe mu ba, amma mun ba su hakkinsu. Kuma abinda ku limamai da ulama kuka koya mana kenan, shugabancin musulunci na adalci ne. Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam da sahabbai ya zauna da wayanda ba musulmi ba, da Yahudawa, da Kirista, da wayanda ma kafirai ne, amma suna ce mishi amin don yi musu adalci. Sayyidina Abubakar, Umar, Uthman, Ali, dukkansu sun yi musu adalci. Ba wanda zai ce don shi ba musulmi ba ne an take hakkinsa, sai dai dama wanda ya fi son ka za ka ɗan ƙara mishi, amma ba za ka ɗauki hakkin wani ba. Kullum ina tambayar su, ko da muka je muna kamfen wannan zaɓen, suka ce kaza in ce gaskiya ne, muna neman wanda za su yi aiki ne, ba mu duba addinin. Of course muna duba addini, amma ba zan faɗa haka ba. Amma abin da nake tambaya, wa aka zalunta? Ka tashi ka gaya mana in gwamnatin nan ta zalunce ka. Ba ansa. Sai dai kawai ka ce da ka saba iskanci, ka saba kashe mutane mun taka ma birki, ko ka saba rufe hanya mun ce in kai haka ga abin da zai biyo baya, kuma ka san za mu yi. Abin da muka yi kenan shekara 4 nan, da ni da abokan aiki na. Kuma abin da muka sake nunawa kenan tun da Sanata Obasani da Dr. Ji Sabo Albar sun sake cin zaben su, duk da taron dangin addini da aka yi mana. Kuma ku malaman da ke nan da limamai, ku kuka yi aikin, ba ma 'yan siyasan ba. 'Yan siyasan cutar mu suka yi, wallahi ku ne. Kuma shi da Sanata Obasani ya san haka, mun sani, mun san waɗanda suka karbi kuɗi ranar zaɓe suka kashe wayan suka kwanta gida ba su ma fito ba. Amma mun san 'yan agaji da suka je su ne polling unit agents, waɗanda muka biya su je su kare ƙuri'an ba su fito ba, sai 'yan agaji. Saboda haka mun sani, kuma mun gode, Allah ya saka muku da alheri. Kuma yadda kuka jajirce kuka ba mu goyon baya, don Allah don Annabi ina roƙon ku ƙara jajircewa domin a ba Sanata Obasani goyon baya. In ya gama wannan shekara 4 ya sake, sannan mu ci gaba, mu nuna ma mutane cewa shugabancin musulunci bai nuna bambanci, amma baya son izgili, baya son rashin mutunci. Abinda kawai muke so mu nuna ke, kuma mun fara, amma ba a gama ba. Sai an kaman shekara 20 ana haka, sai kowa ya gane. Saboda ka bayan uba ya gama ya sake 16 ko, sai a sake wani shekara 24, sai kowa ya ce okay, mun gane, mun san matsayinmu, kuma mun san musulmin nan ba za su cuce mu ba. Shikenan sai ga an zauna lafiya. Wallahi tallahi abinda muka fara tsari kenan tun da muka fito muna neman shugabancin, kuma da taimakon Allah da addu'o'inku da jajircewanku muna kan hanya. Allah ya saka muku da alheri. Now, an yi maganganu da yawa kan gwamnatin tarayya. Gaskiya ne abinda Professor Akintola ya faɗa. Mu muka shawara, mu gwamnonin Arewa APC, muka ce mulki ya koma kudu, domin alƙawarin da aka yi kenan. Alƙawarin baki ne, amma alƙawari ko na baki ko na rubuce Allah ya sani. Da muka ga wasu suna kulle-kulle cewa mulki ya tsaya Arewa, muka ce ba mu yadda ba. Mu ba haka muke ba. Mu musulmi ne, mu mutanen Arewa ne, muna da al'adunmu, ba za mu yi alƙawari ko cikin duhu ba ne mu dawo mu ce ba a yi ba. Muka ce ba mu yadda ba. Mataki na farko kenan. Mataki na biyu, da aka yadda da haka, ko kuma suka ga ba sarki sai Allah suka bari, mu muka tsaya cikinmu, muka ce to waye in muka zaɓe shi, na farko yana da ƙarfin ya ci zaɓe, na biyu za mu fara maganin siyasan addini da ƙabilanci a ƙasar nan. Muka yi shawara, muka ce Asiwaju za mu yi. Lokacin da muka yi shawara za mu bi Asiwaju, ni ban shiri da shi, muna faɗa. Amma Professor Akintola ya zo da shugabanninsu daga Lagos suka ce ga tunaninsu suna so idan mulki ya dawo kudu, tunda mun tsaya mun ce mulki ya dawo kudu, sun ji daɗin haka. Su Yarabawa na Southwest suna da matsala. Musulminsu in ya fito zai nemi shugabanci sai a ce ba dama ya nema domin ba zai ci zaɓe ba. Ba zai ci zaɓe ba don dole sai Kirista daga Southwest ne zai iya fitowa ya nemi shugabancin Najeriya don a ɗauki musulmi daga Arewa ya zama Vice President. Suka ce tun Abiola ba a sake yi ba. Suna son haka. Na ce to ku je ku kawo mana wanda za mu bi. Ya ce Asiwaju, na ce ba ma shiri da shi. Ya ce ku shirya don addinin musulunci. Na ce za mu shirya. To muka fito aka yi haka, Asiwaju ya samu tiket. Kuma da ya samu mun san ba yadda zai yi. Babu yadda zai yi in ya samu tiket dole ya ɗauki musulmi mataimakinsa. In ba haka ba zai ci zaɓe ba. Kamar yadda na ce siyasa sai ka tsaya kayan lissafinka, ba wani maganan tunanin haka. To Allah subhanahu wata'ala ya ga zuciyarmu, kuma wallahi mu da muka tsaya muka yi haka, wallahi ba don kanmu muka yi ba. Ni dai na san ni da gwamnan Zamfara Bello Matawalle ba don muna son wani abu muka yi ba. Kila sauran suna son wani abu, amma wallahi ni da Bello Matawalle mun ce kawai a yi haka don a yi maganin wannan matsalan na addini. Sannan musulmin Southwest su ma mu ba su sense of belonging, su shugabancin nan. To Allah, duk da taron dangin da aka yi, duk da addini da aka yi amfani da shi, Allah ya ba Asiwaju nasara. Abinda muka samu muka yi a Kaduna yanzu an yi shi a ƙasa gaba ɗaya. Babu wani makaryaci da zai zo ya ce zai fito ya ce shi zai yi siyasa na Kiristanci ya ci zaɓe. Peter Obi ya yi ga inda yake. An yi maganin wannan, dole suka yi shuru. Tun da Asiwaju ya ci zaɓe kan tsit, to da haka ne za a samu zaman lafiya a ƙasar nan. To shi ma ka gani aka sake aka ƙara sai komi sai ya. Wallahi abin da muka yi kenan. Kuma ni da wasu daga cikinmu mu a ganinmu mun gama aikin. Asiwaju ya ci zaɓe mun gama aiki. Roƙon da muke muku shine a yi masa addu'a ya samu mutane na kirki ya aiki da su. Duk maganganun da ake mukami wannan ko wannan a bani wannan ko wannan, addu'a na ɗaya ne. Allah ya mana zaɓin alheri kuma a taimake mu da wannan addu'a. Ni ba na son wani mukami, abinda zan so in koma in huta in gama karatuna, sannan yadda uba ya ta yan buga ya tara kuɗi ni ina kallon shi, ni ma in ɗan samu nawa. Ko ba haka ba? To amma Allah ya zaɓin alheri. Idan Asiwaju ya neme ni ya ce mu yi aiki tare kuma na ga cewa aikin zai taimake shi, zai taimaki ƙasa, ba zan ƙi ba. Amma ni ban iya neman aiki ba. Tunda na gama NYC na nemi aiki sau ɗaya a rayuwa na, ban taɓa neman aiki ba. Sai dai aikin ya neme ni. Saboda haka Allah ya mana zaɓin alheri. Na gode da aka yi min wannan walima. Ina fata in Allah ya ba mu rai da lafiya shekara 8 masu zuwa za.
Some of us were speaking out and crying out that no, there is a sinister plan. There's something he's up to. And with the wanton killing that we saw in Kaduna State unabated, where people were just being slaughtered like animals. In fact, even they were protecting animals more than they were protecting human beings. Some of you, I hope, you still remember when he came on television, that's El Rufai, and said he has negotiated with the bandits. He has negotiated with the Fulani headsmen that came from other African nations. So all this thing has been an orchestration, it's been a plot, it's been a plan. So it's a grand plan to make sure they kill Christians and take over their lands, and take over their farms, take over their villages. This is what has been happening. And when the people are caught, we are told later that they are now repentant. So they are brought into the army or into the police. So many of us have been speaking. Now it is out. The secret is out. There's no more place to hide. It's up to you what to do. Nigerians, if we just let this thing go and keep quiet and say, oh no, it's just propaganda. Then one day you wake up and discover that these people don't really care about Nigeria. They have a plan and they want to hatch it. And so the Tinubu presidency was planned to bring in Islamization in Nigeria. And that's why some of us were calling, why don't they allow Obi? They stole his mandate using Mahmoud Yakubu. But in LP, that is Labour Party, we have Peter Obi, a competent person that is not a religious fanatic. He's not a bigot. He's not somebody that is sectional. He's a person that is thinking Nigerian. And he has such a wonderful northerner who's also from the core north, from my state, Kaduna State, that is Baba Ahmed, a person that is not a fanatic, a person that's very intelligent. I mean, he would have brought unity between Christians and Muslims, Muslims and Christians, and the north and the south. But what these people like El Rufai want is to Islamize the nation, and we should not allow it. Let me know what you think about it. Where should we go as a nation? Do you believe that Tinubu should still continue as president, or we should take a stand as a nation and take our nation back? We know the case is with the tribunal, but I'm praying that the judges will do the right thing so that there will be peace in this nation. So I want to say thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next broadcast.
Una hear am o, no be from my mouth. I did not add, neither did I remove anything. So let me play the video I was talking about. Mona here, Mona refresh memory. Maybe the power in Nigerians will spark up again. Let me just see the volume be okay for my side. There we go.
Are Americans prejudiced in their opinions about Africa?
They most certainly are. How could they be objective about African Negroes while they are prejudiced against American Negroes?
I disagree with you completely. I think that Americans are prejudiced for African natives and are very prejudiced against white people in Africa.
Well, I'm getting...
1 second, I need to... where's the station? I just need to copy the source.
Confused. How can Americans be for and against Africans at the same time?
Well, if I say anything, I'm going to confuse you still more. As an Ethiopian, I'm prejudiced against both white people and Negroes.
Discussion are 4 high school students from 4 different countries in Africa. Let me introduce them to you now. Here is Amelia Day from the Gold Coast. Amelia is 18 years old. Here is Susan Rennie from the Union of South Africa. Susan is 17. Susan, those school uniforms, are they always that short?
No, this is actually a dispensation. I'm a senior, but the other girls have to have them 3 inches above the knee.
Very interesting study in native costumes. Thank you. Now let me introduce the boys, will you? Here are our baby for tonight, 15-year-old Neston Venega from Ethiopia, and 16-year-old Boniface Opakaja from Nigeria. Now, let's start out by asking you what some of your own prejudices are. How about you, Amelia? Have you got any prejudices, say, against the Nigerians?
Yeah, I have my own personal prejudice against the Nigerians. Coming from the Gold Coast, where there are many Nigerians, I think that I sometimes look down on the Nigerians as somewhat inferior to us. Because, you see, the Nigerians who come to the Gold Coast are mostly beggars. So that's my opinion about Nigerians.
This is funny. I don't see how you have a case against for this your proposition, or I say for this your stand. Actually, personally, I look towards the Gold Coast not as inferiors, but perhaps as people that are individualistic, are not working towards um, the communal effort or towards the welfare of the nation. They,
How
of
about
course,
you,
have made
Professor? Go
great
ahead.
strides because they are a very small country, and yet you have all these differences in their country.
Nesbin, how about your prejudices? You admitted to several at the beginning.
Well, as I told you before, we have also our own prejudices against the African Negroes. We consider them as inferiors. We have, of course, our own reasons for saying so.
What are they, Nesbin?
Well, first thing, we consider ourselves to be of the lost tribe of Israel and not Negroes. It's only that our faces are burned that we look like Negroes. And also, we we've been ruling part of Africa for hundreds of years uh, during the 16th century, and we ruled part of Egypt, Sudan, and as far down as Mozambique.
Well, what about your prejudices against white men?
Well, back home, if a woman marries a white man, she's considered mean, and when she dies, the priests never pray for her as they would do for any ordinary man. It's just considered as suicide.
Why do you think they look down on the white people so much?
Well, for the first reason, uh, religiously they consider them unclean in heart because they eat pork, and that's prohibited in religion.
Susan, you got any prejudices?
Oh, I think I've got some pretty large prejudices. I think I'm very prejudiced against the foreign press, particularly the American press, because I've come up against a lot of discrimination myself while I've been here. As a South African, everywhere I go, particularly in the schools, at the moment I mention that I'm from South Africa, I'm discriminated against in the sense that, well, the picture in South Africa, the situation has been so badly distorted and so exaggerated because racial news is sensational news. And so journalists have so distorted the picture in South Africa that when I come over here, I'm looked down upon, and I've really felt this discrimination. I haven't been treated as just an individual and a human being, and I feel that the press is responsible for this.
Well, I've been wanting to ask you a question for a long time. When we all came here, you just took to me. You like me very much, I can see, and I like you. But I know you are a South African, and I'm an African. But why is it that out here you are very friendly towards me, but down in South Africa, you don't do the same towards the Negroes that are living there? Can you tell me?
Well, it's the whole setup. I mean, South Africa, we have a pattern of life which is different to any other country in the world, because you have the white population, and which came to the country in 1652, and they are much more highly developed, coming from Europe with European backgrounds and traditions, and they have developed the country and have developed a highly civilized community, whereas the Negro, the Bantu as we call them in Africa, in South Africa, is primitive on a very primitive level.
Can you imagine
And
that?
the barrier in South Africa isn't so much color as civilization and
Um,
economically.
Excuse me, on that point, we get into a very, very tense ground recently. You talked about this question of it not being a racial struggle, but a struggle of civilization. Well, personally, you see, I sympathize with your situation because I couldn't live in a country, your economic position, and perhaps your future well-being as a nation might be in danger if you allow the strong-hearted, driving Africans to take over the government. That is, of course, what will happen if they're given the vote. Nonetheless, let us come now to that basic issue of racial segregation. I hear this honorable gentleman is from Ethiopia. I think it's far time, it's high time Ethiopians come to the side where exactly they are. I usually wonder, are you Negroes? You are not Negroes. You say you're not Negroes. Are you white? You're not white. What are you?
Well, I told you the answer. We are not Negroes. We are one of the lost tribes of Israel. It's just because our faces are burned that
Yes, yes.
we look like
I've got
Negroes.
the point. You are lost. I think that makes a conclusive end for you.
I'm wondering if Susan and Nesbin have something very much in common. Neither one of you admit you're Africans, and yet both of you live in Africa and have for generations and generations.
Well, I won't say that we naturally, because we're a different ethnical group, we're not Africans in the sense that the Negroes and other groups have actually originated in Africa. But I consider South Africa my homeland, my fatherland, and I always will. And there is a misconception that exists. Most people think that the white settlers came to South Africa and took the land from people
That's
who
so.
oh no, it is not, and I'll prove it to you, who came to South Africa and took it away as the whites came here to America and took it away from the indigenous
Wow.
occupants. In 1652, when the first white settlers arrived at the Cape, the Bantu, as they are now known, the Negroes in South Africa,
Can you imagine?
were still coming down from equatorial Africa, migrating. And it's a fact that they had not yet entered what is now known as South Africa, the borders of
Wow.
South Africa. The only indigenous occupants in Africa, South Africa at that time, were the Bushmen. And they were exterminated by the Bantu coming down.
Can you imagine?
Susan, on that point, I think you've read your history upside down.
How come?
Yes, you see, the exact thing that happened was that these Dutchmen, I think they were Dutchmen, they haven't got a place in their homeland.
Oh
Not
no,
a means
I
of
can
living.
I can just
Let
prove,
me finish.
all right, and then I
Susan.
can
Let me
prove
finish.
you how wrong your historical facts are.
Oh no, you know your history is South African history. Mine is a bipartisan history. When this men came without any means of livelihood in their own country, with their economic background, without any meaning at all, they came to South Africa. And the real fact is that as they came and there was an influx of these Dutch people from their unwanted homes, as there was an influx, the Bantus tended to were pushing the Bantus up into the country till came the Zulu War, in which the Zulus were finally defeated in the most bitter and agonizing struggle they had against these Africans. Yes.
I don't know where you get your historical facts from. I really
I got
don't.
my historical fact from, I think, is it Mr. Trevelyan? He's in British history.
Oh,
That's far
Mr.
better
George
than.
Trevelyan knows nothing then, and I'll say that. Because it so happens that these penniless whites, as you call them, didn't come out because they didn't have homes or because of any kind of persecution. They were sent out as officials of the Dutch East India Company to establish a refreshment station for ships passing around passing around the bottom of the Cape. Just as the Dutch settlers were sent out to America by the Dutch West India Company to settle and to make a refreshment station here. Now, I think if you had to turn around to those Dutch settlers who came out and said that they came out because they were penniless, they'd be just as indignant as I am. And as you say that the white settlers came and pushed the Bantu back,
Yes.
It's a fact that the whites went into the interior of Africa and didn't come into contact never even saw a Bantu until 1795, which was practically 100 years, more than 100 years after they had arrived in South Africa.
How did you have the Zulu War? What brought it about?
The Zulus had already, by the time, I think you must have a look at a map. Zululand is very far from the Cape where these people arrived. And within 100 years, after the arrival of the white settlers, the Zulus had by that time, the Zulus are a part of the Bantu group, had already come down to Natal. And then you've got the two groups, the one coming from the north, the one coming from the south, and they met. And that's where you get the Zulu War.
It was not even a clash in the sense you are taking it. It was even the British.
It was a clash.
The British in their benevolence, or in fact in their, because they've seen the fact that this thing is not good, they even were exercising a tempering force upon the people.
Boniface, just to make things more complicated for you and Susan, I've heard a third interpretation of this, which might settle it. That was the fact that the Bantu were a migratory people, and that it may be true that at some point when the whites came in, there weren't any Bantus there because they were migrating somewhere else. But look, this is all past history now. I'd like to hear something from Mesfin and Amelia on their interpretation of South African history, but almost rather. Let's bring it up to the present, can't we?
Yes, we bring it up.
Well, come back just a minute, Sue, to your violent prejudices against the press because they're misrepresenting what goes on in South Africa. Do you want to clarify that a bit?
Yes, I would.
Will you?
No. Well, I know one outstanding example of misrepresentation. We read in an American, I think it was a magazine, I won't give the name, although I could very easily. This journalist quoted Dr. D.F. Malan, who is an ex-Prime Minister of South Africa, as saying, and I quote, "The Negro does not need a home. He can sleep under a tree."
Wow.
Well, not only is this absolutely fictitious, but he forgot to mention the fact that brick and concrete trees, known to most people as houses, are costing thousands, millions of dollars of the white taxpayers' money annually.
What did you say? I didn't get the point. You said what houses?
Well, you see, this journalist said that Dr.
Yes,
Malan...
I got that point. You say what houses costing the government millions of dollars?
I
What
said
houses?
concrete and brick and cement houses for the Bantu peoples.
But these are the Bantus that are working for you in the factories. How did you get the money? They got the money. They mined the gold, got the gold, and you sold the gold outside. You got the money, and you say the money is yours.
Of course
You
it
can't
is.
do that's a contradiction.
Look,
please.
we came along. We bought the machinery. We developed the mines.
From where did you get the machinery from the mines in Johannesburg? Do you own the
No,
mines?
we got our
Who was the
machinery.
mines?
We got our machinery from Great Britain.
Who
From
was-
the money that was picked, which was got with the diamonds. And
How
the
did you get the
were
diamonds out of the
alluvial.
ground?
No native labor there,
How did you
Boniface.
get the diamonds out of the ground?
They weren't dug out of the ground. They were alluvial diamonds. No native labor there, my boy.
What do the natives do? You know what, Suzanne, one point you must get right down to the crux of the matter is that in this country, the Africans are really the backbone of your economy. And it is one of that cases where you get this question of man's inhumanity to man. And every day you come here to complain about misrepresentation in the American press. In the actual matter of fact, the American press is giving a fairly good view of the whole situation because they have a color problem themselves.
Have you been to South Africa, my boy?
I wouldn't even pay a penny to go there.
Well, then, how can you talk? How can you talk?
Because I have the facts. People come in there, get every people, no means of living. How can I go there? I want a house, I want a home, I want position in society.
Well, look, they're getting it. They're
Sue,
getting
let's
exactly what they want.
I'd love to hear from Amelia and Mesfin what if their picture of South Africa is the same as Boniface's.
It should be the same. Wait.
Well, coming from Africa myself, naturally I would be a little embittered against the whites in South Africa because from what we hear, they are mistreating the Africans there. But personally, I have no preconceived ideas against the whites because, frankly, I haven't been there, and you can't always trust what you hear from people or what you read from the press. So I have no solid facts about South African problems.
Actually, I myself am against the South Africans because I mean the white people in the South Africa. Because in whose house can one come and take away
They haven't
the
taken away
property? Because what they are doing now, the white people are mining and taking the property for themselves, and that's what they shouldn't do. Because the native people who are living there, they should have what is the property of theirs. Well, actually, before I came from Ethiopia, I was reading about this in the press, and they were pretty hot about it. They were against the white people. The same thing could happen to them, of course.
On this oppression business, if you say the Bantu in South Africa are oppressed, how do you account for this fact? That every year, regularly, hundreds of thousands of Bantu and Negroes from other territories adjoining South Africa, such as Portuguese, East Africa, etc., are invading our country illegally in spite of the laws.
We've gone.
Are they coming for oppression? They know what goes on in South Africa, and they come back year and year again. Those who have worked in South Africa and have been sent back, come back. Are they coming back to seek oppression?
Your query, this does not answer what I am driving at. The Africans have the land. They were there before
do
you.
not have the land, and
They
were
mine
not
the
there
gold.
before us.
Yes.
All right, wait a minute, Susan. Let me get my point straight before you go. They mine the lines. They get the diamonds. You sell the diamonds outside, and when you get the diamonds, you say they are not to be given their own fair share of the quota. Have you read "Cry the Beloved Country"?
Yes, I have.
How?
It's a one-sided view.
One-sided view, and it was written by an European. How could Europeans be having one-sided view about their own
They're
king and
radicals in
king?
every nation.
Radicals? You are radicals in South Africa, then?
Oh, no, we're not.
Look, Mesfin was just talking about, and all of you, about the importance of news about South Africa in the Gold Coast, in Nigeria, and in Ethiopia. I'm wondering whether news about racial problems in the United States also takes up a good deal of space in your countries. Does it in the Gold Coast?
Yes, very, because after all, the Negroes come from the Gold Coast, and we feel very badly about what the Americans are doing to our Negroes. I know that one of my ancestors probably came here too, and from what I hear in the Gold Coast, the Americans don't give the Negroes a fair chance of activities here. For instance, they don't give the Negroes the same education as they give their white Americans. And also, for instance, a Negro wouldn't be permitted to go to ride on the same bus with a white man. As for me, I don't think that color, which is purely a natural thing, can be such a great bar to human understanding. And I think America is a democratic nation as it calls itself, but this one thing really doesn't show it all very well as a democratic country.
Amelia, you've been in the New York area for about a month now. Does the picture you had of America that you've just described correspond to what you've seen here in the schools and the communities you've been in?
Well, when I came up here, most of the people in New York told me that segregation is only practiced in the South, but in the North, they have now begun to have integration. Well, I didn't think much about it, but one day after school, I went to a restaurant with a friend of mine, and she's an English girl, and we sat there and waited to be served by a waiter. Well, the waiter just came around, looked at us and passed us and went around serving others who came in after us. Well, I knew at once what he was doing, but my friend didn't know it. So she walked up to the waiter and said, well, we've been waiting here so long, won't you serve us? The waiter just looked at her hard and then looked back at me. And then I told the girl that we better leave the restaurant because I understood it. But the girl was shocked, but I wasn't surprised because that was what I was expecting to find. And
how about
Americans,
you, Mesfin?
Well, in my country...
No, I mean your experience with segregation here. Have you had any?
Well, when I came to America, I was in Dwightmore High School, and I went for a haircut in the city. I looked up for a barber shop. I went there, and they told me they were busy. I went to a second one. The same thing happened, and to a third one, too.
How about Dwightmore? Are there any Negro students there?
Well, there are quite a lot of them. In fact, about 3/4 Negroes in the school. And they are well treated as the other white people, and I'm happy about it. In fact, one of the vice presidents of the school is a Negro himself, Linton Marsh.
How about you, Boniface? Have you met segregation at all here?
Have not met it. I think the most pretty lucky, because I've been looking forward to get the segregation against me, but have not got it yet. It's an irony that the South African will get it and I wouldn't get it myself.
Well, Susan really has felt some here. It's interesting that you're the only one who has not. Oh, yes?
What are we after now? I think we'll come back to this question of I think it was the United States racial problem. Well, I feel, of course, that the outlook here has continued to be better.
You do?
I do. But on the other hand, this racial segregation, which of course I do, and I'll always make that point clear, is an outcrop of insecurity in economic conditions, and also somehow low-pointed opinions and all that sort of thing. Provides other people with that same pretext by which they could criticize the United States. Asians and Africans can't understand why a country devoted to the greatest ideals of freedom and democratic government should have to discriminate among their citizens.
We didn't get to ask Sue whether in South Africa her newspapers play up racial news in America too.
Oh yes, we play that a great deal. Well, naturally we get all these stories about the riots at Clinton, Tennessee, and how they had to escort these people to school and bring out the National Guard and so on and so forth.
Mrs. Waller, if I may interpret,
Yes.
I think there are more rats in the Johannesburg area, in the Negro area, than there are in Tennessee. Am I right, Susan?
Oh, well, there are a couple of...
rats, yes.
No, I wouldn't say riots.
And wait a minute, in the Johannesburg area, you have only one telephone to the whole Negro population.
Oh, rubbish.
Yes.
Where do you get your facts from?
Facts from books written uncountable times on South Africa.
Well,
We are not the only
that's
country in
absolutely
the world.
ridiculous. That is
Oh.
absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely true.
I'll get this for you afterwards. There are not, I can
All right, let me
guarantee
finish
you-
my question.
One
Let me
telephone.
finish my statement, please.
No
One
wonder people
telephone-
prejudice
Let me
with
finish
so
my
much
telephone.
ignorance.
One telephone in the whole Johannesburg district. Why? They don't want the
That's not
Africans
true.
to have a means of communication by which they could rebel against the people. I'm speaking from facts. John Gunter wrote that.
That's absolutely ridiculous. And I think if you
Ridiculous.
try and
Oh, you didn't say it was wrong. It is ridiculous, but
it's
not
not,
wrong.
it's wrong.
That's
It is
it.
wrong.
Ridiculous, but
That,
not
that
wrong.
is no fact.
Bonnet, if you have got your facts from one-sided,
It's not
uh,
one-sided, Mesfin. It's
it
not
should be
one-sided.
because
We
what
know.
you've got is almost all what you've got
All
is
right.
Look, I'm
against
gonna
in
show
I
South
can give you
Africa.
4 concurrent. John Gunter wrote that. An African newspaper in Nigeria wrote that. A British paper wrote that. A Lebanese paper wrote that. Are all the world prejudiced
Well,
against
you
South
can't so
Africa?
much criticize the country without actually going there and seeing what is
Are
happening.
you
You see?
I don't
kidding?
need to go there. I told you I wouldn't
You
pay a penny to
should,
go there. How
because
can I go
we
there?
have come to America and we are looking what they are doing in America. We might have got false ideas of
In
America.
America,
I would
the
appreciate
outlook
it
has
if you-
continued to be better. In South Africa, the outlook has continued to be worse.
As a
Well, I
matter of
disagree
And
fact,
that
with you on
exactly,
that. I
Ms.
disagree
Mesfin.
with you.
as a matter
No,
of
that
fact, we are
exactly.
progressing.
Wait a minute, Susan. That exactly, Mesfin, is what Susan. I think you better take care about this. When these Africans come to learn that they are really being discriminated, I mean, they're learning now. And when they rise, you know what has been imposed upon the people by law, or what has been suppressed when you get the people really suppressed.
Hmm.
When they rise, they shall throw away that same government. And you are
Well, let me look.
instead
You've
of-
had your speak. I'm going to have mine now. It so happens that this apartheid, which you most probably have misinterpreted already,
No, you misinterpreting
just a
it
minute, let
yourself.
me speak,
Nothing.
is working towards a solution in South Africa. And it so happens that there will be no riots, nothing like that. This apartheid policy, which I will afterwards speak to you about, seeing I think there's only very little time, is working towards getting self-realization and self-rights for the black people within their own areas.
Wow.
And I think if you make a careful study of apartheid, you'll see, and already they've started legislating in South Africa and spending vast sums of money. Within the next 20 years, we're going to have a solution to our problems.
I've spent 15 years learning it, and every day I become more prejudiced against South Africa. I don't need to spend a day more.
Yeah.
But I
And
think
for
you're getting your
instance,
facts
please,
from the wrong source.
not
That's all
from
I
the
can
wrong
say.
source, please. You're getting your facts from the government laid out principles and practices
Well,
by
I
which racial
live there.
separation will
I
be
live there. I ought
discriminated.
to know.
I don't
You
want
live,
to
you
live
live
there.
7,000 miles away. How can you
That's
know?
not better. I have a home, I have
Read-
a house, I
reading
can walk anywhere I
propaganda.
have.
Exactly.
Unfortunately,
Right,
our
no,
time
no,
is
Susan,
running out.
Man, I can listen to this debate all day, man. I doff my hat to this Nigerian man. Oh my God. Boniface Ofokaja. Thank you, Nelly. That's this man, my goodness. You see how he debated the lady? I just showed this to make us, some of us, understand the kinds of minds that came out of Nigeria at that time. We're talking 1940s, 1957 high school debate here. We're talking 1957 high school debates. You see how brilliant that young man was at that time? Brilliant. Look at how he put his point across, debated passionately, speaking up for his fellow black person. Honestly, if we don't effing get it together in Nigeria, I can tell you for free, these people see the brilliance in us. This is why they decided that they were going to derail. I'm telling you, the brilliance that comes from Nigeria is mind-boggling. Sometimes you look at something like, hey, na Nigerian dey intelligent like this, genius in nature. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're a Nigerian. Look at yourself in the mirror. You see ingenuity within you. I fit tap my chest. No Nigerian person can go hungry. I fit tap my chest because of the way we're wired. I don't know whether na the water or whether na the soil when we take grow. I no understand. Only if that Nigeria just decide say e no wan do anything. E go be personal decision, but hardly will you find a Nigerian anywhere in this world wey just dey no dey do. E dey hard. Apart from the lazy ones wey dey say no, we no wan do, but Nigerians are forget. Why dem no go beef una? Why dem no go derail una make una for no see road? The ingenuity wey una get, the kind way una take turn una country around, dem dey fear una. dey fear una. Ah, my people, we gotta get it together. Hey, welcome, Christopher. Long time. How you doing now, my brother? Good to see you. The black dude is Nigerian, very sound. Mr. Isholuwa, Nigerian man, oh. I had to go after when I saw I saw the video for the first time. I think it was 3 years or 4 years ago. I had to go and Google him. By the time I Googled the man don't pass. So it was his obituary I saw. It pained me. I'm like, Nigerians have lost so many great people that we don't read about in history books. There was another lady, another Nigerian lady, a separate debate. Sharp lady. My God, brilliant woman. See debate now. Ah no. Mm-mm. It's amazing. See debate. I'm telling you, indoctrination all over. I'm telling you, Nelly. I just dey shake my head as I say, see indoctrination. See as the woman, the girl dey shake up and down. You know, the propaganda wey dem don sell. How you enter person house talk say na you get am? Eh? Is that not what we are still seeing? Very ridiculous. Very, very. Yes, I'm telling you. You understand the hubris alone, but I like the way Mr. Ofokaja handle each and every he handled them. Ah, no, he make me proud of being. I say no, this is the ingenuity I know with Nigerians. Yeah, he was very ridiculous. I don't know. He say he not be black, he not be white. I don't understand. But isn't that the mentality is still kind of there though? Sorry, I don't talk to some of them. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you very much, Omari. You took it out of my mouth. That's still their stand till today. Even the Egyptians, the black Egyptians, that they hide them. Oh. You know the original people again are black people. Those ones they know they give them limelight. They push them enter one corner like that. The real black Egyptians and the Moroccans, even the Ethiopians. Now original black people now get Ethiopia. If you see them, oh my God. I think they call them the Oromos, I think, you know. Exactly. Said the guy should go and check. Yeah, I'm telling you. Say she go there and check. That thing, that statement annoyed me when that Ethiopian guy, I was like, what the heck? What is wrong with this dude? You know? My people, I just say make I know, Christopher, we said don't miss you for here. I said maybe you did road trip again, you know. Yeah, he stood his ground. I really thoroughly enjoyed that debate. Yeah, I saw the obituary when I was looking. I was like, let me go and find this person. I said these are people that should be written in history books, man. We should read about people like this and we should showcase it to people. Look at debate now. Check debate with respect, with dignity. You see how dignified that Boniface man look at that age, secondary school. We're not talking about university. Secondary school. See how well packaged, confidence, exuding royalty. Ah, no. Mm-mm. Ah, I'm not sure. Yeah, he ended up as a professor. I read up about him. I did. Even the other lady's video that I watched too. That one, I don't know. That's the only thing they said was she wrote a book. I think she wrote a book and then she married. That was it. You don't hear from her again. I said brilliance. Person just brilliant like that. You go hide down. Ah, I'm telling you, Amaka, did you not hear exactly? Because they're intimidated though. They're intimidated, Amaka. That's the whole thing. The guy finished them, Mr. Isholuwa, completely. Eh? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Christopher. Oh my goodness. Was he here in America or back in Nigeria? Oh, my condolences to your family. Oh, yeah, so sorry to hear. Ah, in this time. I'm telling you, better bring back history. These are the kind of people we should be learning and paying at in class. Me sef, I go even go back to secondary school. Make I learn too. I'm telling you, there's no end to learning. I go back. The moment I know say I no learn, I go learn am again. Eh? Exactly. But you see how I like how he handled her. He tell her, hold on, make me finish my thought. He even remove his hand at one time. Eh? Amaka say, na oh, Amaka, you too funny. Yeah, they do. But the people when they talk say they not be right, they are the ones that they are the palm color people that have mixed up. Now then, the real North Africans are black. Black. They not even fit deny am. The ones wey they claim say they not be black. If you see the argument for TikTok, you go bow. The ones when the real ones when they black, they not dey let them see limelight. These ones when you dey talk say they not be, yes, they are really not, because they be palm color people from Greece, from different when they mix them, because they be one wetin they call am, mix the color out so that e go be like say na only fufu nene people na im dey that side. No, na originally black people na im dey all those places originally, you know. Exactly, she had never seen it. Exactly. Eh? They do. I'm telling you, Romari. They do. Oh, he's in Florida. Oh, so sorry, oh, Christopher. I'm so sorry. My condolence. Oh, we no go hear bad news. Oh, how old was he? Yeah, exactly. Oh, she that one pain me. I think she passed recently. I know. She passed recently. I was like, oh, she lived a long life though. Yeah, that was another. That's somebody. Those are people we should be learning about in history. Did you learn about? I only found out about these people in recent years. There's no end to learning, no, my people. These are people we should be. They should be in our history books and be taught and be spoken about. We go come here, we no go know ourselves. We come dey learn am afresh. But I don't know whether they see dey do o, since na big brother naija dey make students work. I'm telling you, such a pity o. I'm telling you, using colour at every turn without letting up o. Every corner you turn they go use dis thing. Mr. One Love, sorry o, I've had you in the studio. Welcome, my brother. Did you want to comment on this video that we just listened to? Mr. One Love. Okay. Maybe he's not there yet. Let me play the next video for us. That was a good one. I just wanted to showcase it to remind some of us the brilliance that you come from, the stock that you come from. We have brilliant people all over that country, not only one place e dey.
And the need for us to get rid of miscreants, unscrupulous elements within us and in this country. Arababi came as a witness for APC. And he claims that he's representing Labour Party. That was what we stood against. That he has been expelled and he cannot stand for Labour Party. Yes. He brought a lawyer, a fake lawyer. God bless you. Sergeant Bay lawyer. I heard you. He brought a lawyer to represent Labour Party. So I stood up and I said, I'm the chairman of Labour Party in Lagos State. This man has no right to come and represent us because, number one, as we speak, he's not part of Labour Party. And it's important right now for we to state this categorically. He came in with armed policemen and thugs. They came with about 5 vehicles full of thugs and guns. Powerless with guns. Now, what we are saying is that it's important for the security, the police, DSS, not to aid these people. They are not worth it. Because what they are doing, helping them and aiding them would eventually cause anarchy. Because this man cannot be parading himself as Labour Party member. He's putting in legality on legality. And this will not be accepted. It will not be accepted. We have suffered enough. We have been attacked. We've been maimed. People have been killed. And yet, this man keeps parading himself. This is what we stood up against in the court. When he came, he attacked people and was spilling all sorts. And we told him he should keep his mouth shut because he's not Labour Party and he cannot represent Labour Party. It's simple. It's simple. So we are calling on, there's a court order restraining Arabambi and cohorts from parading themselves as the National Working Committee in Labour Party. Because number one, these things were tendered in court. And to God be the glory, Labour Party! Labour Party! The court dismissed that lawyer, that fake lawyer. Yes! From acting on behalf of Ayeni, from acting on behalf of Labour Party. So that is one case dismissed.
Victory for us.
Win. So at least we want to.
Please call the name again.
Ayeni, the fake lawyer.
Parading as Labour Party.
We want to applaud the judges for taking the right stand. And they need to be able to boost the confidence of the people. Yes. So that we can trust in their judgments.
Yes, so.
How can somebody come just exactly what happened in PO's case?
Na here o. Na Bambi be like Babu name. Make dem remove the I for the back, add OO, because that's how they are behaving. Welcome, give us our mandate. Greetings, my brother. Good to see you. It's been a little while, I think. I've been don't dey missing in action. Let's play the next video. See, you get this video when I want play. The thing they annoy me, but I don't know whether may I ask you now. Maybe may I take a poll. May I play the response when that can person from Kaduna respond to El-Rufai comment, or make I not play am? Mona let me know for comment section. Mona let me know whether make I play am, yes or no. Whether may I play the video, because I know I wasn't impressed by that man. Oh, you know what? Let me play. In the meantime, let me play this man's response. He's a prophet, right? A prophet. Maybe this.
Nigerians, I stand to address you, every believer in Nigeria, on the statement of El-Rufai, the son of the devil, acting the script of his father, the devil. El-Rufai spoke in Hausa on Islamic rule and jihad in Kaduna and in Nigeria recently. God has his ways of revealing and exposing people. El-Rufai that we see and we hear, together with certain men, is the evil terrorist behind the killing of Christians and the shared Muslims in Kaduna. A wicked son of the beast And I want to say it very clear. El-Rufai, if he doesn't repent, he will die a miserable death. Miserable. Miserable death. Miserable death. El-Rufai disclosed that Islamic government and jihad has been inaugurated in Kaduna during his tenure to promote Islam and to wage war against the Christians of southern Kaduna until they surrender to Islamic rule and accept Islamic rulership as a way of life. After a few more tenures of Muslim rulers in Kaduna, according to him, he said the Christians of southern Kaduna will be dealt with continuously until they surrender without further resistance to House of Fulani rule in the state. El-Rufai also said in that video that the idea of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was agreed upon by him and the Muslim colleagues in the north, himself and Matawali. And you can just see even the thing that Matawali has gone through. This is the beginning of their fall. They said they did it in order to pave the way toward inauguration of permanent Islamic rule in Nigeria through an Islamic alliance between the Muslims in the north and the Muslims in the southwest. He said after a few more Muslim rule in the state, what is happening in Kaduna will be replicated in Nigeria. He further reiterated that the Christians and Peter Obi have been put to shame in the last presidential elections, according to him. All the Christian religious-based campaigns of Peter Obi has come to now, and he said Christian Association of Nigeria has been put to shame and they have been silent. El-Rufai made this speech to Muslim clerics in Kaduna after the recent governorship election. He tagged their frontline supporters, which gave APC Muslim ticket victory in Kaduna and in Nigeria. He spoke in Hausa to hide his spread, and likely never knew it was being recorded. Thank God for the social media. Now, I want to say very clearly that I have nothing against Asiwaju Tinubu, but forever and forever, I, Isa woman, will be against Muslim ticket. It is not about religion in terms of Muslim. We must, as a nation, stand for equity and for justice. Mr. El-Rufai, whatever you are called, short devil. Tinubu is not a short man devil like you. Tinubu has given liberty to his family to worship Christ. His wife is worshiping Christ. His sons and daughters are worshiping Christ. He is not that short devil as you are. The same way that you want him to think like you or to live like you. And I want to say to you that you, El-Rufai, watching, I'm sorry for men like Obasanjo and Jonathan who gave me the opportunity to serve in this country. But I'm telling you, from this moment, your family will begin to experience disaster. Watch out! I want to appeal to every one of you Nigerians, believers of faith, to rise in defense of our convictions and our faith. Let's not be moved by circumstances where people will seek one something and seek another something. Let's believe for a new Nigeria. Let's stand and our faith. Shame, and I say shame on all of you Christian religious leaders in Kaduna that align yourself with El-Rufai. Shame against you. It will never be well with you. It will want to say to every one of us that are here all over this country, it's time to join our hands together, Christians and honest, sincere Muslims. Because it was not only the Muslims that voted also for Asiwaju Tinubu. It was not only Muslims. There is no one Muslim that can ever win an election without the support of them. And no one Christian can ever succeed in this country without the support of them. God is not a fool. God is a wise God. He made us to be one nation, Muslims and Christians. My house, my father's house, is a combination of sheikhs and prophets and pastors. We must live together. But I want to say that everyone and all his co-travelers, life will be miserable for you. Life will be miserable for you. The battle is not over. The battle is not over. No matter the number of years, we will keep on the fight. We will keep on the fight until Nigeria is liberated as a nation for all. Nation for all. Where there is equity and where there is justice for all. I will vote over and over the likes of Peter Obi, over and over in the court of justice. When it is the moment time, I will vote for a Muslim over and over again. We must respect our diversity for the common good of our dear beloved nation. With all the key appointments made by Buhari from the North, what good has he done to the northern Muslims? They are more poorer than before. The North is worse than ever. The North is worse than people breaking you. Look at it. Compare them with the people that they are persecuting. Who are living a better life?
Can you guys hear him clearly? I just want to make sure. The sound is a bit funky to me. Can I get a yes if you guys can hear him okay? Or maybe it's just from my end. Okay, yeah, I thought so too. The sound is very, it's kind of, yo, you're hearing it clearly, Mr. Isholua? Oh, wow. Casey, welcome. Um, okay, you can hear it. Okay, I go just play am. So I have two yeses against one no. So,
Islamic agenda and your jihad. Kaduna is worse than you met it. Kaduna has been impoverished. Let me state here categorically that no man, and I'm saying no man born of a woman can Islamize Nigeria. No man, no man, no man, no man, no man, no man. God is the same yesterday, is the same today, is the same forever. The end of the story has not been ending. And nobody can Christianize the whole of Nigeria. No matter what. Nobody. We must rather learn to live with each other or let us go our separate ways. If you don't want us to live together, let us separate. And let's watch and see. You establish an Islamic Sharia country, and let us establish a Christian country. Let Nigeria fight. Let's shape Nigeria will overcome you. Nigeria is not a calculation of man. Nigeria is a calculation of the Most High God. I advise every Christian and minority Muslims that are being killed in Zamfara, in Katsina, in Kaduna, on the platform, in Benue and in Taraba. I am saying this, I'm ready for anything. Don't sit down for them to succeed in killing you and your family. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Enough is enough. Man is not to a weapon. Even if it is a one pastor, shoot them before they shoot you. The Constitution gives you the right for self-defense. Can you want to waste away over 130,000? Let people overnight offering. Widows. Look at the gentleman, one of our great brains in the north. Grand pride. I say grand pride. One stupid, useless, everything. Just wasted that great brain. Stop deceiving yourself. Jesus told the disciples, he said, go and sell your clothes, buy a sword, for the season of the sword has come. We will not keep quiet. We will not keep silent until Nigeria is safe, until Nigeria is good for all. If you are ready with me, let me hear you shout about this, amen. For the Lord is not to sit down and just be saying, good Lord, perfect. Let's join hands together in the blessing to recover our nation.
Iṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́ o. So, make I play some of our hearing today for court. I want to give me small smile for my face every now and again. So abeg.
Yes. 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 Well, it's quite surprising that the documents INEC has been objecting to these past days that we have been tendering documents are all certified true copies of INEC's documents. These are documents we applied for to INEC. And by law, INEC is authorized to release these documents to us after certification. And INEC received money from us, and we have the receipt for even a particular batch that we paid 6.69 million naira for documents. And upon receipt of our money, they certified the documents. CTC means you are certifying that this is the true copy of the original.
Certified true copy.
That is what the Evidence Act says. And that is what the Electoral Act mandates INEC to do. So it's surprising that the same documents, which are result sheets at various levels that were issued by INEC, now certified by INEC, and INEC turns around to object, in other words, to doubt those documents. If they are now casting aspersion, casting doubt, even on the documents, then it raises the question of integrity. And this is a government institution, a public institution, who once you issue a document and certify it, it is assumed that it is a correct one. So we'll continue to watch. This is Nigeria. Anything can happen. So, but for us, it is surprising. But we move on. We'll continue to tender. What we are making sure is that every document we tender, we get them certified. In fact, in a particular set of the documents, we went as far as some of them that were downloaded, we went as far as obtaining a certificate of authentication pursuant to Section 84 of the Evidence Act, which INEC itself issued. So, well, we'll continue. It's a trial. But the important thing is a trial is a search for the truth and a search for justice. Our 3 weeks are not running out. You can see that so far we have called 11 witnesses. In fact, today we would have called 3 more, but for the other parties asking for adjournment. We came with 3 critical witnesses who are subpoenaed, and these witnesses are very vital. So we will come back tomorrow, and by the grace of God, we will field these witnesses, all in the process of establishing our case. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
So, one more to go, and then we talk, and then we call it a day. Kind of bloody commercial is this for Christ's sake? Nítorí Ọlọ́run.
Sir, it means today was a bit more fruitful than the other days.
Yeah, all the days have been fruitful. It depends on what happened on each day. But you could see that at least it is obvious that we have so much to present. And the court has been magnanimous, and our colleagues have worked with us. So we have made the presentations.
I think I've already played this video. Can someone correct me? Did I play this video? Maybe not me watch them on my own. I'm assuming. Did I play this video already? Yes? No? Give us our mandate. Are you there? One Love. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you played this one.
I'm not sure either.
I think it was the one for Lagos that you played, the Lagos LP.
Okay.
Not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
We have so much more to present, even as our days keep moving.
What is the difference between the Form ECD and the Form ECD8A?
Well, you will, let me say it this way. Part of the contentions is 36 states and the FCT. So EC8D is the result of the 36 states and FCT, and EC8DA is the national result. It will be clearer when we begin to address the court on those 2 forms.
So how do you feel, sir, that all the documents are tendering have been objected to?
Not all of them were objected to. EC8DA was not objected to. And it is part of the pre-trial report, and is in compliance with the Electoral Act and the schedule. That is being objected to didn't mean it was not admitted in evidence. We will get to know why they objected to them, and we will also have opportunity to respond to whatever argument they make as basis for our objections. But don't worry about that. The court will take care of all those.
So could you give us an insight to what will happen tomorrow?
So tomorrow we will very likely be rounding up with our document tenderings. We thought we could conclude all of them today, but you notice that both for judges to have been sitting since morning, we don't, and we are also tired. We were tired. That's the truth of it. You can look at what the time is today, but by tomorrow we'll be rounding up, and then the witnesses will start coming to talk to those documents. and then you begin to see life coming into the documents. But that's how election petitions go. The documents will go in, the witnesses will speak.
What about your subpoena reverse reports? When will they be available?
They will be available before too long.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Now, wow. Interesting. My people, oh.
Grammarly Business
Uh-oh.
features the same.
Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Mr. One Love, are you here with us now? Mr. One Love will just enter studio. He will just go bike ride. Forget studio. Mr. Give us our mandate. Biko, let's talk. Oh, give us our mandate. Where did both of you go to now? Are you there? All right. Well, I guess none of them are here. They just came, parked their vehicle, and then took a bike ride. That's all I can say there. So my people, now see wetin dey play for court. Amaka, imagine
Yes,
after.
yeah, away from my
Okay,
computer.
give us our mandate. Biko, talk to us.
Yeah, good evening to everyone.
Good evening, my brother. Welcome. Oh.
Thank you for always doing this and everyone in the comment section. Good evening. The court is everything is looking good. We'll just continue to see that they do the right thing and finally the judgment is. There is nothing to. Peter Obi who won this election. 25% of Abuja is enough to do the whole thing, and we just put all of those things behind and move on. Peter Obi won the election. He won the election. So I'm not sure why they keep the delay and continue to mess up the process and everything. So, but I think
Oh, is that your baby? Mr. One Love, are you there with us now? Okay. So my people, yeah, Amaka, right. Looting the billions meant for election. Exactly. You know, they gave them what? Was it not 300 billion they gave them for this election runs when they do? And then after that, this man come from back, go collect additional 200 and something billion. Please, people should correct me if I'm wrong. On top of that one, for these parties to get documents, they have to pay 7 million. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Is that not a madness on steroids? Only in Nigeria. You see, when I say me, I have zero trust in the system. Zero. It's all gone. I'm not even, I know they pretend when I dey talk am. It's just what it is. If the court does the right thing, that's what they are meant to do. And there's nothing to even get excited about, you know. But the little victories that Peter Obi is getting, that we're getting at court, yeah, I'm happy about that. But to be honest with you guys, I have zero trust for the system. Zero. We don't even have a system. What am I talking about? There's none. It's non-existent. It's been eroded by corruption. We don't have. Did you guys hear the latest? This guy hired 20, is it rep members or I don't even know. Agbado. Agbado hired 20. I mean, make it make sense. What is the point of him being president? Why do you want to be president so bad, but you can't even represent the people? Eh? Why? And you're trying to force you know you cannot do the work. You want to force yourself, eh? On top of it, with all the abominable things that you have done. 20. Let me Google this thing and find. Okay. Ay, yeah, 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 yeah. Kai. Let me Google this. Mm, let me see. I forget how many. They say it's 20. I don't know if it's 20. Mm, mm, 20. Is it 20 community? No. Where is this thing? I beg somebody tell me if you have that information. Can you let me know? 20 SAs. What's SA? Please, what is the abbreviation for SA? 20 advisor, senior advisor. God will bless you. Mr. Ishaoluwa, thank you very much. And Nelly, thank you. Naduwe, thank you. Ah, God will bless. Nigerians, you people are brilliant people, oh, honestly. Anytime I dey see Nigerians, I dey proud. I dey proud because I know say una be the real McCoy. Una be the real, no let anybody make una think less of una sef. You guys are the real McCoy. I'm telling you guys, believe it. 20 special advisers. Biko, wetin you need special adviser for? 20. No be you say you wan do the work. Wetin come be 20? Wetin you wan use 20 how many people dem wan advise? 20 people to advise you. Make them. Is that not madness on steroids? Eh? Is that not madness on steroids? Nelly, I'm in the same WhatsApp group with you on that one. No, I have zero, completely down. Forget. There's no anybody that is psyching themselves. Oh well, fantastic. I have zero confidence. Zero. It's for me, if it happen, oh well, it was supposed to be. I'm not even going to praise anything. No, that's what they were supposed to do. Unless they want to remain prisoners and slaves for the rest of their lives and have children that will come and take over from the slavery, that will continue the slavery. I'm not patting anybody on the back. That's what they are meant to do. I'm not holding my breath. 20 see, please, no una tell me which kind of advice the 20 people want. If two people are in your ear, do you know how confusing it is? This one will say no, that one will say yes, this one will say you almost want to lose your mind. No talk of 20. And you guys, mind you, those 20 advisors, they all have selfish interests. So imagine 20 people in somebody's ear with selfish interests, all out to enrich themselves and line their pockets. Shebi you guys listen to midget of Kaduna, whatever his name is, right? He said he's going to retire and leave, and then whatever money that the governor he put there is making, he will ask for his own. You know, he said it casually. Do you know how weighty that statement is? Indirectly, he's a godfather. He's made himself a godfather, so they'll come and be paying him homage. They'll be bringing bags of money to him. Ah, oh man. My dear Gail, e don pass shame. E don pass shame. I don't know if there's any word after shame. I don't know. E don pass shame. It's abhorrent. I don't even know that abhorrent na the right word. We have gotten to a point where we are now happy that the court is doing what they are exactly. Now they talk. I know there's not if they do the right thing, that's what they're supposed to do. There's no pat on the back, nothing, zero, zilch, zero. Forget it. That's what they're supposed to do. Don't they live in the country? Don't they suffer the same? Are they not buying gas at 500 naira per liter right now? Are they not? Do they have lights? How many of them can afford generators? Even if they have generators, let's say they get transformer for their house. Not be money to take buy diesel put for inside. If they touch everybody, if they do am, that's what they're meant to do. That's what they're meant to do. It's crazy to me. that people will just celebrate mediocrity for nothing. These people are supposed the work when they so okay. They're saying I heard I heard somewhere that I think it's Akure, Abikwara or somewhere that they reduced the number of days that people workers work because of this whole petrol thing, fuel thing that they have decided people should be coming to work 3 days a week. I'm like, and paid. I don't know whether it's how much did they say they were going to pay them? Is it 40,000 or be 30,000? They've increased it. I say that is peanuts. And some people were like, thank God, or at least they thought about the people. That's not the point. That's what they ought to do. When you are hired to work for the people, you look out for the interest of the people. Why are you going? How much is 40,000? Liter of this thing, 1 liter na 500 naira. It depends on the kind of car when you get and the type of tank when that car gets. Out of that 40,000, maybe you use 10,000 buy petrol. E never finish. Then you can't get children. And say Nigerian families they sabi big well well. You can't get mouth to feed. Maybe now you can be the sole provider. 40, wetin be 40,000? Those people can easily afford to pay their people up to 200,000 naira, if not more. Eh? Thank you very much, Suberi. I really appreciate the super chat. God go bless you. May your pockets run overflow and be running over. Thank you so much. I feel encouraged by that $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hmm? It's true now, Nelly. Wetin are funny? E no reach to e no reach. I mean, for me not to lose my mind, let me dey add you. Dey talk am with funny way, but the truth is it's painful sometimes when I sit down by myself think am my body go just dey pain me for no reason. My body go just dey pain me. I come sometimes I by myself sit down dey ask, why am I even worry about this Nigeria? How come I was living a soft life before all this shenanigans start to dey happen? Why? I go come dey ask myself again. Eh? Because some of the things that happen in Nigeria is almost surreal. E be like say no, dey it can't be. Your head e go be like say your head dey bend over. You no understand. People just dey do things without conscience. Nobody to hold accountable, nothing. Even the security agents are bought and sold. So now tell me how EFCC wan take do im work? How? How any fake structures wey dem get wan take do their work? Please tell me how. I'm telling you, that's all I do. This small one, I mean, the funny thing, Nelly, I can't even console myself with it. When I sit, I just, how they say yimu, that's all I do. I just nod my head and yimu on top and just, there's nothing to be excited about. I'm not even, I'm just like, so, that's how I feel. I've been so traumatized that I can't even respond to the little victories as I should. Femi Bash, long time. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Good to have you here. Yeah, they know exactly. They know, Femi, they know that he's not fit for it. Are they not in Nigeria? Are they not suffering the suffering? Everybody's suffering. The roads are bad for everybody. Nobody is safe in that country. They can decide they can just program one big person when they want to go kidnap, but it's within reach for them. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Hmm? Is he in Edo State? It's Edo State that is up. The man reduce days of coming to work 3 days. Hey. Oh, okay. Election is next year now for Edo State. The man is prepping. Hmm. He's prepping. He's trying to do things to totori people's truth. Omo, forget that Edo State. Omo, we pin there. You see that Edo State, my eye be like hawk or organ plus eagle. I dey focus. That Edo State governorship election, I dey wait. Make dem come. That state must change for good. We cannot continue like that. Edo State, no, forget. Quinty say somebody told me that a lot of people in Nigeria are beginning to sell their air conditioner because they cannot. Can you imagine? Hell, 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 Quinty, hell! This just break my heart. Inside that blazing heat for Nigeria, people dey sell their AC. Oh, Salobua. Oh, Senobua, oh. Emuata. They dey sell their air conditioner because they cannot afford to buy fuel. Ah, hey! If it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not one thing, it's another. Can you imagine people selling their money? Na money dey take buy air conditioner. I tell you na that air conditioner na when dem wan sell am na second hand o. No be say dem go get better money for inside. Even if you buy fan, when e dey hot for Nigeria like this, fan go dey blow hot air. Country wey be say everywhere suppose to dey air conditioned. Even the bus wey you take dey wait for your bus, you suppose get AC. Your buses suppose get everything. Dem suppose get shade. Wetin dey call those bus stops where people take dey rest. If heat dey, dem go hide under am, stay under. Nigeria no just care for any. All the people when dem dey call themselves, dey parade themselves as the leaders for Nigeria, dem no care about the people. All they do is take, 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 take. Not one thing that they give back. Not one. Not one. Eh? Please make it make sense to me. How can we continue like this? Like that's why I say I have no hope. Look at this. People are selling what they already bought, hard earned money. And somebody will now come and be trying to force you to accept this charm and be telling you to pray. How do you pray? On what foundation are you praying on? On a foundation that is built on what's worse than sand that cannot hold. Something that is built on quicksand, that's what you want to pray. How do you pray make quicksand not be quicksand again? That's its purpose. Quicksand na quicksand. It's its purpose. E go do wetin quicksand dey do. How do you pray? Somebody that when e don dey thief all im life, you wan pray how? Let's not deceive ourselves. See, me personally, I've lost complete hope in the system. I have no hope in the system. I not if anything happen na like this, I just dey look morose. Just dey look. Okay, it happened. So alright, what next? I can't even be excited. I can't be excited. There's nothing to be excited about. There's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to be happy about. Nothing. Nothing. It's just a shame that many of these so-called elders in Nigeria, they have so elders come dey behave like babies in Nigeria. The young ones na dey come get sense pass them. Na dey come get sense pass them. Ah! My people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes when I think the matter, I go just tire. I go just tire. I go just when I think of Nigeria matter, egbe go warm me. I go just tire. What kind of madness is this? We cannot just fold our hands and let as 200 is it over how many tribes in that country? A few people just want to lord it over. Hey, God forbid. Hey, We don't talk God forbid, God forbid. I don't know what else to say. God forbid, God forbid. Where are they God forbid to? Is it not already happening? What am I God forbidding you? Will God come down from heaven? Will the maker of the world, the universe now come down now? Because why did he create every one of us? Is it not so that we can provide solutions to our problems? Are we not solutions in and of ourselves? Can't we come together as human beings to solve the problems that have that have plagued us? Eh? I don't know. I don't know, my people. I don't know. Ah, meanwhile, na hear say they collect Aisha Yusufu YouTube channel. They snatch am because they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the amount of truth coming out from Aisha Yusuf. They can't. They cannot. My people, well, we continue to march forward, really. That's just the truth. There's no other way out. There's no option. We cannot give up. Like I said earlier, the person that keeps me grounded, that I look to, is Peter Obi. That calmness and the fact that he's just carrying and he's consistent. No, I respect that man in totality. I respect him a lot. So as e dey carry on, me sef I dey im back, but I don talk say I dey im back right from day one. Like Iroko tree, we go nowhere. And there's no way, I can't even draw back. It's not, I can't say, oh, e no even let me do. Even in the days I'm like, I'm so angry with everything that's going on in Nigeria. I'm so pissed, and I'm upset about the entire system. Something just keeps pushing me forward. Like you cannot give up. And there's that quiet reminder, like if you don't talk, if you don't do anything, then who's going to fix it? How do you fix something that you're not involved with? How? You can't leave people, because as we speak, there are people who don't have, they can't speak because they've made people poor. They don't give them electricity. Those people don't know what's going on, you know they can't be fed with the right information. So if we all keep quiet and turn the other side and say, no kukuma concern me, the day when e go come knock for our door, we no go know. Because the truth is, when you ignore people when they suffering in their own time, when God forbid o, make all of us in the time of our need, make we see people when they go stand up for us. That's the prayer. Because the way Nigeria dey go, sometimes when I go sit down look am, I go tire for everything, with all the news wey dey come up for dat country, my body go dey, I go just tire. I go even dey cry sometimes. When I cry finish, I go by myself get up, wash my face. I will now from nowhere courage go come again. I can't even give up. I can't shake it off. I can't remove myself from it. I wake up with Nigeria in my heart. I go to bed with Nigeria. In with everything that I'm doing, with work, with other personal stuff that I'm working on, Nigeria is always in the forefront. I can't shake it off. I wish I could, to be honest. Because Nigeria matter dey overwhelming. I no lie. There's no resting. Back to back to back. Look at this one now, this midget. This midget. Now people like this, they give people wey no tall bad name. This midget, na im dey give people bad, na im dey give people wey no tall bad name. I'm sorry to say, to everybody that is not as tall, me sef no tall like that, so my name, I'm included in it. Na im dey give people like us bad name. I think I'm taller than him. I think, looking at it, I'm definitely taller than that man, that midget. Imagine what he's saying, and we have a Christian body that is supposed to be a voice for the voiceless, for the orphans, for the widows. You don't come out and condemn this in strong terms. They sent one wimp to go and represent them on TV, saying that people should not take. What the hell are you talking about? If you said that as a Christian, how do you think they're going to respond to you? You best believe DSS will come after you. and people are just taking the matter casually. It's honestly, it's enraging when you think about like what is this is why when I saw El Buba's video, I was so like, finally somebody. You gotta match these people's energy sometimes because they really assume that you're cowards. That's what they think. And this is why I have a problem with the way Christianity is taught in Nigeria. It is problematic. In America, Christians don't play about their rights. They are even the ones telling your lawmakers how they want it. They are there talking about their right. And the Christians in Nigeria will fold hand like say no, they no sense, nothing, anything. Oh, let's just pray, let's just forgive, let's just why? You cannot do that. Person when they 6 feet under, how you want to remember a rights? With all the atrocities now, Christians they don't deal with pass for the north. And I'm not a religious person. I know they do organized religion. I'm not interested in it because of the damage it has done. Eh? Look at what now Christians don't suffer pass for the north. None of these Christian bodies have said enough is enough. You cannot continue to unalive our people. No, and match their energy. No, docility. You think that those people that are no longer alive, that they are not crying wherever they are, if there's such a thing? How do we heal our lands if we cannot even, you cannot even console those that are mourning, those ones that are crying, and words that are coming out of their mouths, and they are speaking in pain? Do you know the impact that does for the society, for the land? How many people don't lose every single day? Christians are being unalived in the north. Everywhere just quiet, like everything normal. What the heck? That cannot happen in any other society. Eh? This is why I say, what kind of Christianity? It never reach when people go say enough of this church thing and sit in your houses and freaking read your book Bible by yourself if you must and educate yourselves when you're not in a cult. Most of these churches they sound like cults to me because every one of them you talk to is almost like their brains are suspended. Look at what's happening to your fellow Christians in the north. Nobody does anything. Oh my goodness. Thank you
Well,
so much, Amaka. I really, really appreciate the super chat. Thank you. This really encourages me, guys. I appreciate the super chat. God will bless you, Amaka. Eh? God will every of your needs, God will meet and will surpass them, honestly. Eh? Nigerians are beginning to sell their cars and anything sellable for the fraction of what they pay just to. Can you imagine? Do you know how painful this is? Miss, give us our mandate. Please talk, I beg. I don't talk finish. I go soon end the show. I'm done. Hey, Mirabelle, darling, welcome. I've missed you too. Yeah, welcome. Mister, give us our mandate, please. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
no, I mean, I just want to say, I think, well, um, regardless of what El Rufai said, I think I personally sounded several times on different on platform that the Muslim ticket in the first instance should even scare Nigerians. It should scare Nigerians. I think I said that several times, like the Muslim ticket thing should scare Nigerians. But the challenging thing is the fact that the Christian leaders. Why do you think that Tinubu did what he did by looking for fake bishops? Why didn't he go and look for fake imams? The simple answer is that he knows that Christians, the so-called pastors and the leaders,
They've compromised
no,
themselves. They've taken their money.
apart from compromise, once they see bill, whether green or red or you don't care. That is why he can do that. Even though some of those people that he used are Muslims to do whatever he did, but he just signified that even in Khan, they are divided. They are divided even in Khan.
It's a shame.
But one thing is, like I will always say, we cannot fall the place of fellowship, which it's very necessary. What people needs to come to realize is the fact that
Fellowship in your house, give us our mandate on that one. You can fellowship with your family in your house. God does not dwell in any building. Láyé, it is
well,
the God you have inside of you. You come together with your wife, with your children. That's fellowship. You don't have to be in a named organized place to go and nah. That's not me, not believe that one o. Anyway, to each their own. My body dey hot, that's all. Just that's okay, continue.
well, scripture will not be broken. Even Jesus Christ went to the temple as his custom
My
is.
brother, leave that thing. New Testament, all those wetin disciples na inside people houses na dey take dey meet. Which scripture you wan break? Inside people abi you no know say na there church take start? Na inside people early church na house. 3 4 people gather, you break bread together, you share the word, that's it. This one wey dem dey do na money dey take am make. Don't forget that thing. See, Christians should go and read the origin of Christianity. Read the history behind your religion. Read, continue to read, continue to find information. It will even deepen your own personal relationship with your creator. So my brother, make we leave belief system and preaching aside. Please, I no make we no argue that one. You fit talk your own sha.
No, I mean it's never argue. You may need to probably do search the scripture properly. That even
There's
Jesus.
nothing to search, there's nothing to teach me. Give us our mandate, leave that thing please.
I'm not
I
teaching
beg.
you. Listen, I'm not teaching you
Don't tell me
anything.
say make I go start scripture. Make we no start that one for you. We no go close this thing down. Make we just leave am as e be. Abeg, na beg I dey
I'm
beg.
only just telling you my own opinion and then my own part of the story. And being a follower of Jesus, even Jesus went to the temple to go fellowship. So, and it's his custom. But
To go
let's not
and teach the people that did not know. He was teaching elders. Remember? You no go there, go in intentionally sit down, say, I want to go and fellowship, sit down and be singing praise and worship and dancing the
but
right.
whether it taught them
No,
or not,
abeg, leave that
regardless.
thing. It's not necessary o, biko. If you have a family, carry your wife, your children, sit down, teach yourself the Bible. Please, if you have a neighbor you
Okay.
want to invite them. All that one wey dem don teach people over and over again wey no carry Nigeria go anywhere, abeg leave that thing. Mr. Give us our mandate. Make we talk politics, make we just focus on our principal matter.
Well, so it's just sad that what is happening in Nigeria today can happen. It's just because people have sold their conscience for money, and they don't care regardless. Money is the main thing for them. And so you can see people basically tell you that their own religion or their own tribe is more preferably than other people's religion or tribes because of the division, and then what people will look for, what they will eat, and then what they will drink, and things like that. But Nigerians need to arise and take back the country. And I think we in the diaspora, what we say on social media is very good and great, but there comes a time in the life of a nation where both people outside and inside come together and then fight for the nation. People, we just come together. We have to take this country back because if not, these guys are going to run down everything. And so it's just sad that in the first instance, they can even tell you to pray for somebody like Tunumbu and to do good. And I keep asking people, what good can Tunumbu do? Like, I really don't know. That guy cannot do anything good. And I'm not God. I mean, I'm just speaking from my own human part, based on what I've read, what I know about this guy. Because if this guy wants to do good, I mean, the main thing is just to go ahead and return the mandate back. He's basically just, him and his court are basically just holding the nation at ransom. And so Nigerians, we need to arise. But something's going to trigger something in the long run. And it will be from the inside. Something's going to trigger something from the inside. But I'm just hoping that it don't get to that point where something has to trigger something that there'll be from the inside the thing begin to happen and things like that. Because these guys have basically just turned themselves to gods, and they just hold the country at. Because what can you see of a little man like El Rufai saying what he said? And I wonder when people like Abati, and then no, it wasn't Abati, the other guy, I think his name is Kyle, they saying that they don't want to believe he made that comment, or
That was
that
surprising to me,
that
because you know why? The man, the kind person that they sent to come and defend, what did he say? He said Little Finger has been like that for over 20 years that he has known him. He's known in Kaduna for those atrocities. And I'm like, look at this journalist saying that they don't know him. Like, are you kidding? Who are you deceiving? You people want to send Nigerians into problem. You see journalism in Nigeria, forget those people, may they go enter. No. I beg my brother continue.
him saying that that he will just come out and say some AI, they use some AI to do that. So the guy spoke, and you are teaching him to come and tell lies to
Thank
Nigerian that he
you.
didn't say
Preempting
that.
him to come and lie.
That is the highest level of irresponsibility. And the guy colored did he color his hair as white, or he has a gray hair? That guy in Arise. Because what he basically just displays is the arrogancy of intelligence, or arrogancy of speech, or what do I call it? El Rufai said something, and he's not denying that he didn't say it. And you are saying that Malam El Rufai will come out and just say that some AI, they use some AI to do that. Is that not madness in the first place? If he didn't say it, would they say he said it? Come on. So now people can easily say something, and then because they have AIs that can doctor voices, and they say, oh, he didn't say it was some AI. So now people can even lie, and then they'll say, no, they didn't say it was AI. That is where the world is going to now. That guy said what he said, and he didn't deny it. And you are asking, you are telling, no, I wish he would come out tomorrow and say he didn't say that they use AI. So if he now say he use AI, people will now believe it. And then if those things now begin to happen, you say, but if I didn't say it, what a mad society. Irresponsible people sitting on
Fantastically mad society. Fantastically.
just irresponsible people sitting in media houses. Man,
Irresponsible. Doing such
that is the
injustice
highest level of
to the people.
irresponsibility.
Yes.
You are
You are
saying that,
creating him to use AI.
man, that you are going to speak to him, and when you speak to him over the phone, you're going to teach him how to lie, and he will now come out. You pay 5 million on a rise, and you guys will give him some hair to run, some mileage to run,
Thank
and
you.
then deceive people the more. And then when those things begin to happen, is it not the same Kaduna they buy people, over 38 people after the election? The day they were going for, they were having a Dangote refinery, people were quiet in Benue State and they went for the refinery launching. Not even asking people to, not even asking that they drop the flag. Only in Nigeria, people, they buy people. There's no dropping of flag,
Nothing.
no
E go be
national.
like say nothing
Man,
happen. Even the life of an ant come dey
because it has become a normal way of life.
oh my God.
It has become a normal way. They've normalized it. And so they'll ask you, we dropped flag yesterday. We will now drop another one today. So let's not even care about dropping flag anymore. It's a normal way of life. That is how
Woman
decayed they've turned
shey
society to. How decayed society have been turned into. Because they're like, drop flag. We dropped one yesterday now. We will still drop again today. Ogami, I don't tire. This one you could ask me to go drop flag every day. I bet more just leave it like that. It's so sad for the nation. It's so sad. So sad.
you know me
So sad.
give us our mandate my brother. You know wetin sometimes like today I was thinking about this whole it's so it overwhelms me sometimes. And then, like I was saying earlier, I know like I'm repeating myself again now because a lot of people in the comment section will say you have been saying it since now when you change the cassette. But I have to say it again. The issues in Nigeria back to back, sometimes it's overwhelming and sometimes I go ask myself, oh my, why do you even care? Why do you care so much? What's even your own? Why don't you just live your life quietly like you have been doing and just whatever these people want to do is up to but I can't because there are people who don't have a voice. They are so tired of crying. They've lost their voices. People have lost family members. Hospital, if it's not hospital, it's road. If it's not road, they come thief the person, carry am demand for everything wey dem hold there to collect the infact sometimes dem go demand everything dem no go still release the person, dem go still kpai the person on top of that one dem just dey kpai pipu like say na ants for northern part of Nigeria especially. Sometimes I dey wonder why do I care? Should I even care? I don't know
Well,
if that ever crosses your mind because sometimes I wonder about it.
well, there's no how you will not you will not care. Um, you have to care because one, the fact that you're tied to the country, and because not animals live there, human beings live there, and those human beings also have their blood flowing, their veins flowing, blood flowing in their vein, and so you just have to care. So I mean, it gets to that point where you ask yourself, "Oh, we've done everything. What more can we do?" But regardless, you just have to continue to do what you have to do. The only thing that I'm not probably happy about is the gentlemanism of Nigerians. Because
Docility. Let's
uh,
just say it what it is. The
Amachi said,
docility.
Rotimi Amachi said, they do what they do because the people will not stone them. He said if they stone them, then maybe they would have changed. But do you know Rotimi Amachi is now singing gospel song?
I no go sing gospel song. Na Nigeria na. You go sing and they go say, oh, look at him. He has given his life.
Rotimi
Oh,
Amachi is now singing,
let's forgive him.
is
One
singing,
pastor will now come out and say, he has go, let's forgive him. That's Lobaton. It's finished.
he's singing gospel song now.
Mhm.
So maybe tomorrow you can see that you may probably see his album on Spotify, and then um, but that is how how gullible they took Nigerians.
And because they've allowed themselves to be gullible. They've allowed themselves to be gullible. Where okay, you go to church, they say forgive, don't do anything, just turn the other. Why would they? That's what has been preached for God knows how long. It's only during Idahosa's time I saw action in preacher. Only. I can't remember any other time. Only Ida Hausa was marching to then Lagos was the capital that time. We march and go and talk to Babangida. He go tell them wetin he wan see. And that was the only time that even the Midwest saw any type of improvement. That was the only time. I've never seen anybody else like that. Never. Only this Buba now na im I dey look say okay maybe he too will come out and Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ why you send me this video Mr. Give Us Amadi kí ni mo fẹ́ fi ṣe?
No, I'm just, one thing is, it just shows you the wickedness in the heart of men, and I'm not God, I'm not judging them, but I mean, this guy has 6 children behind him singing that song with him.
Yeah.
After they've done all of their wickedness and the evil against the nation, stealing and all of that, grown children. And I don't know if those are his children or maybe he just have those people behind him singing that song for him. I don't know, but
make I bring am come here make people look.
That is how sad the nation is.
What a shame. My people make I play make we tap some of this oh God. Yo Nigeria.
Tomorrow too, Wike too go do album.
Blessed people, the Lord has chosen as his heritage.
Bless the people the Lord has chosen as his heritage.
The word of the Lord is faithful, and all his works to be trusted.
Ọlọ́run má jẹ́. What the heck is that?
I mean, you even man, Ọlọ́run kó àìbínú. That is what Yoruba elders will say. Ọlọ́run kó àìbínú.
What does that mean?
That means God, like saying, thank you, God, for not getting angry or restraining yourself of anger. Because men like this can do all of the evil, stealings, maiming, buying people, and you can sit somewhere and, man, I don't know. Honestly, Nigeria's situation is like, you just ask yourself, are we, like Nigerians are just, apart from those in the, like they are just different kind of race and I don't know. Because this kind of man, I don't know.
Me abeg dey ask what is this? If may I play am for una make una know who e be true true. Make una look the thing well well. Salobua only Nigeria. Oh God, who do us this kind thing? Na we do ourselves so make we no call God.
The Lord loves justice and right, and his mercy full of his hand.
Bless the people the Lord has chosen as his heritage. Bless the people the Lord has chosen as his heritage.
Una don see am because I can't take any of this music anymore. Hey, Salobua wetin person no go see for Nigeria, my God. I feel like crying right now. This man had the audacity to sit down and he didn't even know effort. No zero. He just sit down fold morose like mumu.
That's why I say Ọlọ́run kó àìbínú now, because that is the only man that can actually get angry and then the whole world will crumble, because ordinarily this kind of man doing this, Man, I don't know. People, they lack moral, they lack integrity, they just lack everything. And so compare this guy with Peter Obi.
Wait to give us a mandate. Another thing that I just dey think am now, since you dey talk, you don make me remember something. My question be say, you see it's one thing to marry or you marry man na the man no get na mumu just dey do mumu things, but the woman go na im go call am draw im ear for inside house say mumu is enough, you can't be doing this mumu, you will not bring shame to me, you have to do. Why be say the women wey dis men dey marry dey no dey fit talk to them, dey no. Uganda wey Idi Amin dey reign that time, when dem say Idi Amin bring terror, although there was conspiracy theory about that whole thing that they told us, the lies they told us about Idi Amin, but based on the story, I'm going with the story now. Im first wife wey im marry that time, na only e go tell Idi Amin the truth, e dey tell am. I think Idi Amin finally unalived her, right? Send people to unalive her because he couldn't take her truth anymore, right? Based on the story we heard. But that woman first sought with Idi Amin. He no even wan see am. Go tell Idi Amin, I don't want to see. If you remember if anybody watch the movie then of Idi Amin Uganda, Dada of Uganda, you go know. Why is it that I've noticed it among mostly Nigerian, all these Nigerian so-called people, they parade themselves as a leaders. Their wives are equally as evil or complacent in their actions.
Okay, if you
Thereby, their children will inherit
do
the
you
dumbness and the murmurism.
do you read what El Rufai's son told Shehu, Senator Shehu?
I no read am, una to who
Okay,
said am.
El Rufai's son told Shehu, Senator Shehu, that he should leave his dad and come and face him. That is what El Rufai's son told Senator Shehu, that Shehu should leave his dad and come and face him. You know, one thing is, before you see their children doing whatever they want to do, they've learned from their father. And whatever they do is not behind their wives. Okay, what gave Remy the audacity to sit down in security in the discussion that the husband was having with security chiefs, CBN governor, and the likes of them? Because they are corporate. They are corporate. And so Mr. Rock say, if you dislike the music, go to court.
Oh,
Don't worry, Mr. Rock. I'm already in court. I have my lawyer. Ah, man. God have mercy on Nigeria. Nigeria is a case. Is a case.
only Nigeria na you go dey see things wey you never see for your life, dey hear things wey you
All
never
of a
hear for your
sudden,
life.
Rotimi Amechi turned gospel singer after
Can you
stealing.
imagine? After looting, still you okukuda looting.
Railway contract. Àìmọye àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti pa yín nínú railway.
I'm telling you.
And now you can sit down in your comfort of your house and you are singing some man.
Person wey be say you had the opportunity to develop your own land and help your own people, you go dey do railway for another man to another man country. Ṣé wọ́n jẹ́ ni? Ṣé ó dì ní?
Ọlọ́run kó àìbínú sẹ́.
Wow.
These guys are just like El Rufai. There are some things that you will not want to see on you don't want to see on air because that kind of man. Well, God will just have mercy on Nigeria. It's something else, honestly. I don't know if the judiciary, well, people are saying tribunal, you celebrate tribunal, do this. Peter Obi will likely win in tribunal. Then they go to the Supreme Court. The question we should be asking ourselves is, what makes us believe that Supreme Court will do the right thing or not do the right thing? Because it is being said in tribunal when Atiku lawyer spoke, my lord, Atiku should be declared the president because is it because he has some why did the guy said it? He gets some it should be the now Tinubu lawyer asked him, did Atiku win Abuja? No, Atiku have 15% in Abuja. So he did not win Abuja. Why should he be declared as the president? Oh, did Tinubu win Abuja? Tinubu did not win Abuja. Then if INEC declared Tinubu as president, then they can as well declare Atiku as president. Okay. Obilia would have probably stood up. Maybe it wasn't their own case, then they are hearing. Okay, Atiku did not have 25% of Abuja. Tinubu did not have 25% of Abuja. Who has 25% of Abuja? Obi, Atiku lawyer and Tinubu lawyer will answer. Peter Obi has 25% in Abuja. Okay, so who should we declare the president? Peter Obi, because he was the only one that has 25% in Abuja. Plus, they stole his votes in Rivers State. They stole his votes in Lagos State. They stole his votes in Plateau. They stole his votes in, I think, in Benue, Jigawa. And so if they look at all of the useless votes that Tinubu has and Atiku and gave Peter Obi all of his legitimate votes, Peter Obi is the president. So if tribunal do the right thing, what makes us believe that Supreme Court that has that precedence of that 25% of Abuja will not want to do the right thing? Or what gives us the assurance that they will not do the right thing? Ordinarily, nobody should be asking anyone to do the right thing, because the right thing itself, the right thing don't do himself by making sure that Peter Obi had 25% of Abuja and have over 800,000 votes in Lagos State. He had over 1 million votes in Plateau. Benue State was reduced. Rivers State was reduced. So if you bring all of those together, this case would have been decided even with Supreme Court in less than 1 month in some other countries. But the article said something today. He said, you know anything? This is Nigeria. Anything can happen. And of a truth, this is Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria, that one has come now.
Nigeria supposed to come and
I have seen it. It's a scam. What is scam? What is scam, Nigeria? That one is scam. Even the NOR, National, NHR, National House of Assembly, Connie. National House of House of Assembly Representatives. They also have decided on. I think they are deciding on it also. It's a scam. It's a scam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Babanla national scam.
And that guy is working free. That guy is working free. That was one that said he bought fire truck for how much? Doctor, if you welcome, let me let you speak.
Doctor, if you welcome, my sister, give us our
mandate. Hello, give us our mandate and Omoye and everybody here on the show. Omoye, thanks for cracking me up with that video. Man, I just couldn't stop laughing when I saw the man. I mean, he's sounding like.
Please make sure you download that song and use it for your ringing tone, please.
Not be small thing. In fact, now go the top of my playlist. I expect Obama to sample that music too, because every year, at the end of every year, he releases a list of music that he has played over the years. I hope he gets to play Amechi's song too. What was that? What did I just see? My goodness, what did I
just saw Grammy Award nominee.
Performance.
What are you saying?
Oh my goodness!
You know, see how that voice sweet.
What a stellar performance! Whoa, I never see any kind of
Grammy Award nominee Lerinye.
In fact, Omagbayi got. Tony Awards.
Ọmọ tó gbayì. Oko wàjẹ tán, ó yá lọ ń kọrin.
Ó yá lọ ń kọrin, ó di musician.
Ọmọ lọ́mọ.
Blessed Jesus,
àwọn
blessed.
ọmọ
Oh,
tó ń yára wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ àlè tí wọ́n ti dàgbà sí ilé ò ṣe gbé wọn ó kọ́
ilé
níta.
ilé ti gbóná mọ́ wọn lára ó ti born again ní kíákíá.
Oh my
Well, you know,
God.
it's an old script that they always play in Nigeria. And when I talk about this, I talk about my cousin who was in the Nigerian army, managing his salary. Before we know what thing they happen, he don't blow. That my cousin was like, I think was an orderly to Marwa, Buba Marwa, the current NDLEA boss. But Marwa was like, I don't know, one sort of, sort of a diplomat to South Africa, or is it the US at some point? And my cousin was attached to him. Before we knew what was happening, my cousin don't blow, he don't dey chop money. The money was so much that my cousin would open his mouth and say, this money is too much. Before we knew what was happening, he became a deacon in Redeemed Christian Church of God. Before we knew what was happening, he got a property inside Redeemed Camp, or is it Redemption Camp, they call it. If you watch Amechi's wife, well, you see the way she wrapped her hair like one SU like that. They don't let her give them say, just born again, all those money where you don't chop when you be River State governor. All that stupid bridge where you railway where you go build for Niger Republic. God will forgive you. Make your wife just wrap scarf for her. Then she be una know Psalm 23. Make una just compose music. All una sin don't they forgiven. It's an old script. And there is one person who sold, and again, I don't want to go that route, but I'll have to touch on it a little bit. We know what the Pentecostal churches are like in Nigeria. They make it feel like, man, just steal as much money as you can. As long as you donate a percentage to God, you are fine. Just start singing gospel song. Make sure you have property in redemption camp and everything is okay. God is fine with it and everything. I don't blame them, but it's because they see people do this over and over again. They get away with it all the time. It's an old script that works. And that's why Amechi is playing a script that has existed in Nigeria for so long. These corrupt people play it all the time. Just be born again. And I don't even know who they are singing for. Who told them that God is listening to all this music where they sing?
They talk those people, they believe say
God they hear.
God did their back.
They tell me, not be only Nigeria, we hear say somebody will go steal money, pay 10% of that money where he thief. If they make another person they cry for where he steal the money, where they carry him on church, come pay 10%, God don't forgive her, all insane. There's something fundamentally wrong about our society, and so it might not change, because it has been there for so long. People have thrived on it. People have, lived long, perpetuating this nonsense about religion, stealing as much as you can, and then claiming to be born again all of a sudden. Well, but I hope the other politicians are listening, and I hope they are watching Amechi. I hope they can see how Obasanjo fell from being such a powerful person in Nigerian politics to nobody. Because if this election taught me anything, it just taught me that power is transient. Somebody might have power in that year. Then born anybody where to come they do anyhow for Obasanjo day. The time when he be president then. Not be in there today where be say today not get power again. He go talk, then go say, oh, no, your pocket be that. They still respect him outside Nigeria. But in Nigeria, Obasanjo does not call the shots anymore.
Of course.
And a time will come where the likes of all this small finger of Kaduna and even Baba Agbado, all of them power go finish for their hand. They know they learn. You get one time where Amechi they run him mouth everywhere for the old Nigeria. When he talk like this, they will say, Amechi they come. See, I'm now, I don't turn to pastor. All of them, all these things get expiry date. Somebody needs to tell them. I hope they are watching Amechi and they are learning. I hope they are looking at Obasanjo and they are learning. And if anybody told Agbado that he's going to be in power forever and he's going to control Nigeria like he controls his household, it's not going to happen. Power is transient. I hope they are learning. Give Us the Mandate was talking about, if everything goes through the tribunal, and if nothing happens there, are we sure that the Supreme Court will do something and make the right thing happen? I've said it before. It's the people. Now them go decide what thing will happen. I always give an example of what happened in Egypt. Of course, when the police they buy all the people where they front, the people where they back, they come front. They're not tired. They were telling the policemen, we don't send. How many people you want buy until Nigeria get to that level? Oh my, I told you one thing about Nigerians. I said Nigerians, you take electricity from them, they'll go and buy generator. You take petrol from them, they'll go and buy solar. If you turn off the sun, if Nigerian politicians had the power to turn off the sun, Nigerians will stop using solar and they'll start using shakabula.
Ah,
You will
they'll,
collect water. You will
they'll be
collect water
using
from
light
their
from
hand.
cigarette butt.
We are the only country for the whole world where I know say you go collect water from the hand. Municipal water not go dey flow again. Then go carry borehole put for house. If you comot borehole, they will come put basin under sky. They collect rain water. I have never seen a group of people that never get tired of suffering for this life. Like say they swear for our people. The truth be say it's not everybody that will get the chance to get out of Nigeria. That's almost
Of
impossible.
course not.
So if the people who know, people who know say they not get hope, if they not stand up, if they not fight, because some people go talk, say, okay, yeah, you know what happened in Lekki and all of that. Yes, what happened in Lekki. And if it has to happen again for something to happen, to change, then let it happen. If it has to happen, let it happen. If that's the only thing that will make things turn around in Nigeria, it has to. Because this Agbado that I'm seeing, he's not going to come in and do anything meaningful. I just got off the phone with a very close friend who lives in Canada. She told me how she used to work in the Lagos state government. She was working with the Lagos state government before she relocated to Canada. She told me the story of how Agbado would tell them to give him a certain portion of some money that's been allocated to something. She told me that Agbado will take a certain percentage and it's always high. That at the end of the day, there's nothing left to carry out the project in Lagos at the end of the day because Agbado has to take his share. She told me that she knows that Agbado will not do anything. This one where Agbado enter. So people where they pray, say make Agbado do something. Now go wait higher.
To
Because
get
this is somebody who has worked with Agbado, who said clearly to me this evening. Remember, I commented earlier in the show, and I was off for some time because I got a call from Canada. And she
right.
told me about how she's not expecting anything fantastic from Agbado. That if people are saying, let's pray for wisdom for, we said somebody who wasn't elected, he wasn't put there. So
How
he's
do
not
you
going.
pray for wisdom to suddenly fall on that kind of person?
How is it? It's not even possible. The prayer
It's
said,
not
God no go hear
possible.
her. God no go hear that kind of prayer.
Now, yeah, can't hear. I want to hear. What can you build on immorality? No,
Nobody vote
it's
for her.
worse than sand. It's quicksand you are building on. How will it stand?
We go they sink. Person we stand on top that sand go they sink. Go they
With
sink
time.
nicely. Yeah,
Yes.
that is correct. So when I heard that this evening, that's another confirmation from somebody who is not, of course, who is a Yoruba person. This person is not Igbo. This person is not from the Niger Delta. So it's not like the person is saying it from a tribal perspective, right? This person is a Yoruba person who worked within the Lagos State ministry, whatever, and she told me everything that goes down there. So nothing is doable as long as Agbado is there. Not to talk of now where we say he got this presidency on a platter of gold. He knows that if all things being equal in a sane society, he would not have been sworn in. They would not have sworn this guy in. What thing they find there? Nobody vote for him. Nobody vote. Agbado no say he not win election. He no say na by force. Now he carry himself, dump himself for there. So who they think say if he reach there, he go do anything where the people want to make their lives better? They're making people pay 500 naira in Lagos or Abuja, 500 naira for a liter of petrol. If you go to Delta and all those other places, it's 800 naira. If you go to
Yeah.
Cross River, it's
Yeah.
800 naira. And
Exactly.
you're asking people who are earning 30,000 naira minimum wage to pay 500 naira per liter. If
Thank
that is not wickedness, I don't know what it is.
Evil, demonic.
Evil.
Let me read this statement by Yabojo. You know they've been going after her because
I
she
see that
reported.
thing. Oh my, yeah, I see that thing. It
Hey,
was
they
so
can't hit
painful.
am with 8 million
18 million.
naira personal tax return. She did a
Mhm.
video. She was like, what is it a crime for her? Anyway, let me read this statement first of all. Say, I stand and restand obediently on my beliefs. I can never be pressured nor shaken. I will never bow down to tribal bigots. I want a better Nigeria. I don't care whose ego gets bruised. We cannot all believe in the same thing. I see no tribe. I only see my country. I'm a Nigerian. I am not afraid of death. There you go. That is it. That is how you do it. For that is inevitable. If you never reach your time, nothing go fit take you out. First and foremost, I will never be afraid to air my opinion, for that is my right. I have no enemies, but we may not all believe in the same cause. We may not see things the same way, but you are not my enemy because at the end of the day, either good or bad, we are in it together. We are all citizens of Nigeria. I have empathy for my country and not for stomach infrastructure. If after 8 years Nigeria has a renewed hope, then my beliefs may change. But till then, I obediently stand on my beliefs. If you didn't make me, you cannot break me. You can take the body, but never the soul. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Anybody wey no get liver go buy.
One of the I'm not a fan of Nigerian celebrities, but
Neither am I o,
I'm
but this
beginning to
woman,
like this girl.
yes,
I'm beginning to
this
like
woman,
this woman. And one of the things
yes,
that I love so much about her is, the journey she has been through, the journey of self-development.
yes,
I cannot believe that this girl has no degree. I cannot believe, sometimes when I look at her, I cannot believe that this girl has just WAEC. That's all Yabojo has. And that goes to show that confidence is something that's grown within.
yes,
And the fact, when people say peer pressure is a thing that happens in secondary school and primary school. I'm like, no, no, no. Peer pressure cuts across all ages, all life, times. And at this age, there are people who are trying to pressure her to join some stomach infrastructure group where they will say,
exactly. She
we are
did a
swag.
video talking about it like, okay, there it is. I was looking for this video. There
Mhm.
it is. She
Yeah,
said
she
she
paid her
did
tax.
a, yes, this is the video. Let me play it. Sorry.
So I posted something today about the letter I received for my personal income tax. I'm very angry. And because we've been on this for a while now. The last time they gave me this, I was like, I don't get, why do I have to pay this much personal income tax? They said because I'm a celebrity, I have a business place, I house, and I said my business place is rented. I didn't buy it. I pay rent. I pay tax. I pay so much for this business place. My house is on mortgage, which they take tax every month. When you buy a house on mortgage, it's on high purchase, and you pay tax. So I've been paying tax. I don't understand. Celebrity, how much do they pay us as an actress? How much? How much? Even do I really act like that anymore? And even for those who act every time, how much do they really pay actors? For you guys to be slamming me 7 point something million, say 11 million, 18 million, whatever millions. How much? And I saw some comments in the comment sections, and they saying, "Oh, you go and pay your tax." My dear, these are taxes that I pay. Can you see? Jekori, Jekori. These are taxes. Can you see? Taxes that I pay. I pay taxes. I don't want to scatter them because they are arranged like, you see. These are taxes. You can see UBA. They call it UBA Bank. Can you see? I pay different. In fact, sometimes I don't even know the kind of tax I pay. Sef. I just pay. Legacy, locally, or Google, business tax, that tax here and there. See, these are also tax. This one is even like one of the recent ones we just paid for Lagos State. You see, paid. You can see page. So I have a lot of them like that we pay for. You can see their stamps on it. Paid. These are taxes that I have paid for over the years. Do you understand? So I pay tax on my business. I pay tax on my house. I pay tax on everything. But this personal income tax is annoying. People say that I shouldn't pay tax. As if, how much do they pay celebrities? How much do they pay actresses? How much? How much? Okay, fine. As an influencer and actress, how do they come up with this price that they charge? I'm not saying I'm not going to pay, but how do you come up with this outrageous amount? Because the amount is so much. It's too much. Do you understand? And someone very close to me sent me a message and said, I heard about this thing 2 weeks ago because he's within their caucus. This thing 2 weeks ago, stuff like that. They were saying it now because you support Peter Obi, blah 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 blah. I don't care. I will support whoever I want to support because it's my right to do so. I'm not fighting anybody. I don't have an issue with anybody. It's my right to do so. What I believe in is what I believe in. What you believe in is what you believe in. Do you understand? I will not. And when I said I have empathy for my country and not for stomach infrastructures, I know what I'm saying. I said that because I've heard a lot of rubbish from some of my so-called colleagues who they camped in one place to do election. Do you understand? And they come up with the idea that they should boycott me and not come for my event. I'm not ready to mention names now because the time will come and I'll do that. I'm not ready for them. I'm not ready to give them any publicity. So when I write some things or I put anything on my page, there's a reason for it. So for those of you that are saying I don't pay tax, the tax I pay, I don't think you pay it. Do you understand? You can come to my office here at Lekki Phase 1, 15 Omoyo Region Center. You can see. They are here. You can come and check. I'll bring everything up for you to see. So it's not that I don't pay tax or I don't want to pay tax, but you cannot charge me such an outrageous amount because I'm a celebrity. Alone celebrity in that. Alone celebrity in that. Is this how celebrities in America and UK, is this how they live? If we make that kind of money for you to charge me that kind of amount, I shouldn't be selling rice, selling drinks, selling clothes, doing influencing. I shouldn't be doing multiple businesses. I should just stick to my celebrity life. Maybe I go on a set and they pay me like 10 million naira to just appear in a movie or 20 million naira. I shouldn't be stressing myself at all. Then you can come and be asking for whatever money you want to be asking. How many movies do I even do in a year now? Because they don't pay well. The reason why I don't even do Yoruba movies anymore, because they don't pay well. They can't afford to pay well, and there's nothing we can do about that. So you move on to the next. You do your own thing, or you repackage yourself and do something else. So for those of you, this is for you. Say, I don't want to pay tax. I should go and pay tax. Tax, do you understand? I don't think so.
Can you imagine?
I say anybody wey know Sanwo-Olu make dem go warn am. You see this Iyabojo, not be ordinary person, no.
At all.
I just want to tell anybody wey dey look for her trouble, make dem go ask the thing wey dey happen to people wey dey look for Iyabojo trouble. One of the things that I've noticed about her though is that, when she says she pays taxes, just believe she does pay her taxes. That thing where she dey go report people to, where she dey take deal with people. If she carry Sanwo-Olu name go there, Sanwo-Olu go cry. And I'm not saying this to entertain anyone. Check this girl's history.
It's a fact. Anybody who knows.
If you attack her,
there was one Babalawo that was saying something that gave her numbered her days and say, the Babalawo paido. The Babalawo came out and said was threatening her life.
Yeah,
that is that. Yeah, the Babalawo not survivor.
Yes, not survivor.
Babalawo talk, it backfired to the Babalawo.
Apart from that, there's this guy that came out during the elections, I guess, came out and was insulting this Iyabojo girl, called her a, call girl and all of that. So I think some weeks later, the guy came out and started crying about how his health is declining or something like that.
I remember that video was circulating.
Yes, nobody messes with this girl. I don't know what she they use, but the thing they work for him anyhow. But Iyabojo should not be surprised. Agbado not they forgive. Agbado is a very vindictive human being. I tell you, I was on Twitter during the elections, and after the election, I was there. I left after the whole, when I saw the way the tribunal was going. There's no doubt that these people took down names. And on Twitter, I put my full name there. I put my profession there. I put, what I do. Everything is on Twitter. I remember several times, these Agbado people they came out and they said, hey, all of you that are writing stuffs, don't say we did not warn you. They gave warnings out, before Agbado was sworn in. They were watching people, they were taking down notes. They know, those that are in Nigeria, they started dealing with the people in Nigeria and stuff like that. So Agbado doesn't forgive. And, he has groomed people who are just like him. Sanwo-Olu has come to become more vindictive than Agbado because he has learned from Agbado that in a country like Nigeria, you can get away with a lot of nonsense. You fit buy person, you go get away with them. You fit do anyhow, nobody will come ask you question. You fit chop money, will not be your own, nobody will come ask you question. And of course, I'm not surprised that they are coming after her, trying to collect 18 million. How much then they sell? How much be the not be pepper soup she they sell for that restaurant? Where the island. Waiting, she go. What was that one? Real Housewife or whatever that she did. Real Housewives of Lagos, whatever she did. How much do they pay these people? Because remember, when they pay based on the country. I don't expect that the Real Housewives of Orange County will be, Yabojo will be earning as much as the Real Housewives of Orange County or the Real Housewives of Potomac or whatever. They don't earn as much as that. It's all about show business. They come out, they wear expensive dresses that is probably given to them by designers to wear and showcase. Because of that, they go assume say they get money. Anybody who knows my own be say anybody will know the Sanwo-Olu, make them tell and say Iyabojo is a no-go area. There's a reason why she's confident. Her confidence doesn't just come from the fact that she could speak good English. No, I think there's something spiritual to it, and they should go and ask questions before they start attacking her. Me, I no go dey surprised tomorrow if I hear say Sanwo-Olu leg don't swell up, say they see again. I am not kidding. Oh my, yeah, now here we dey.
No,
Then
I
we'll see what will
know.
happen to them. So you get
Make
somebody
e
with just join.
me, I'm here for it. Make it happen. We'll come here, talk
We are
about
here for it, yeah, we're here for it. I just want to encourage the people who are back home in Nigeria that I'm going to tell them the truth. It's not going to get any easier. It's not going to get any better as long as they keep shifting for this politician. Let me use our Nigerian term. Then they shift. Politicians, they pursue that, they shift. They need to stand their ground. A time comes when a group of people, a set of people need to stand up and say, we're not going to take this anymore. Not only that time things will change you, but until then will still they buy petrol for 500 naira minimum. 500. Oh my, 500. Then they sell petrol. You reach 500. Where they sell petrol for? Okay, pass. We they buy. We they buy.
$5. So for my side now, for instance,
For
premium.
California, $5.
Yeah.
Now on dear well.
Oh
Now
yeah,
3
it reach
something and
like
they buy one gallon. Oh yeah, but it's 1 gallon. Oh my, yeah. In a gallon,
Yeah.
there are several liters in a gallon. I think
That's
is it
true.
5? Is it 5 or 4? So the petrol in Nigeria is even more expensive than in America.
Yeah.
That is absurd to
It's
think that people.
insane.
It's the same, right? It's the same, right? It's insane. Sorry, yeah. It's totally insane. Now our people will deliver themselves. America now they put mouth for our matter again. Oh. Themselves as they see, be like say nothing concern them. Now we go free ourselves. Now our people within Nigeria, the suffer need to tire them. Then it go reach the time where we say then go speak up, then go start to the demand for justice because Agbado no go give them waiting then they find because not be them put Agbado for there. Now Agbado put himself for there. Oh my, I'm going to yield the mic now and let other people talk. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ife. I appreciate you. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Make we keep the fire going. Juliet, you say they are charging Iyabo Ojo that because her fiance is there. That's not the case. That's not true. Iyabo has been strongly behind Peter Obi. That is why it is intentional. It's on purpose. It's targeted. That's not true. They are not married. So if the man, their fiance, they are not married yet. So why they want to collect the money? Anyway, one love, welcome back. Oh, I called you earlier. I don't know. You don't come. But I say when you come, you go up park your car, take bicycle. Are you there now, Mr. One Love? Mr. One Love 1, Mr. One Love 2, Mr. One Love 3. Okay, it's not there. So I beg, let me start wrapping this up. It's just sad though that we have come to this point where people, how can you just sit down, you start to, oh sorry, you start to target people unnecessarily because they did not vote for you. Hey, Egbami. It's Nigeria we are talking about, so it's not Lagos. It's Nigeria. There are things that you can get away with because you have planted your leg inside the place. But Nigeria is made up of 500 tribes. I mean, what's it called? Dialects. Over 200 million people. How? At some point, some people head hot pass some people for Nigeria. Some people head hot pass. Very soon you will be seeing the hot heads coming forward. You cannot do that. You want to keep malice with the whole nation? How? Who are you compared to a nation? Anyway, now here we go dey. Almost 4 liters in a gallon. Okay, Kene. I just dey learn that one. I no know. Okay, 4 liters in a can you imagine? And we are buying it. So we are buying 4 liters, $1 and something, or $1.25 for this side. Can you imagine? Na im my people dey buy for 500 naira. Ó mà ṣe o. Ó mà ṣe. Nigeria. Nigeria matter when you think am sometimes e be like make you dey cry. E dey do me like that. Sometimes I go just sit down, I go wan cry. I go just sit down, tears go just dey flow down when I think about Nigeria. um Ah, oh my God. Oh, Miss Topnotch, you say dat your gist, okay, yeah. um your incoming flight, he had him on the line. He left first class to show his face. Nobody, why no anybody go send am? Nobody go send am now. Who knows him? Na only Nigeria dey take dey denge pose. And why people no rush am for anyway sha? E go in group. I no sure say e go alone. People for rush am. This is why I don't get Nigerians. This docility, I no understand. We were not always like this. We were not always this docile. This is why I fault religion heavily. We were not always like this. We used to have hot bodies and people who spoke up at the time. They've just memorized all the people. Ah. Your uncle was walking around looking for life from the people. Nobody so much. Uncle was walking around looking for where who send am. Like say I did that place. Oh my, I don't know. I don't know anything I for do. Let me not even speak. Make God not let me see them. Please, make I not see them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to cross paths with them. Never. Can you imagine? Useless people. At the end of the day, I go talk am again. Now we go save ourselves. Now we na im go, nobody is coming to save us. I go talk am again. Nobody. If anybody fold hand dey say, oh, America dey love us, they come for where? Forget about it. They ain't nobody is coming to save you. You gotta save yourself. This is ours to save. This is ours to save. You have to save yourself. If not you, then who? Civic responsibility is a must in Nigeria. Know your history, know yourself. Only you can deliver yourself. Only you. Nobody. If anybody is sitting down waiting, America, this one, that one, your long thing. They have their own problems too. They are looking for a way to make more money so that their people will not come and take over their lives. You know, see the wetin happen January, which no be January 6 when they go White House, when they climb the fence, rub the poo everywhere, take and smell the whole place. Those people no dey, they no be like our people when they sit down fold hand. That's the kind of thing that should have been happening in Nigeria. Queen T, yeah, you are right. Is one of the things that they use to memorize people. Religion, they just use am dull people brain. Memorize. They'll say they slap you on the other cheek. Hello. Meanwhile, Catholic Church get their own army. Meanwhile, e get one whether na pastor now or reverend, I no know wetin they call am. Na one of the Catholic churches or Orthodox churches. Whether na for Russia or Ukraine or one of them. He say they are coming for our God. I don't care. You can come for me, but don't come for my God. If you come for my God, I'll show you what I can do. The guy is strapped. He's strapped as he's saying it. He's saying ready to give him life for him God. The guy wear Reverend Father cloth, all those their cassock, wetin dem dey call am, from head to toe covered. Which one come be Africa own? Which one come be our own? Na we first do religion. The religion wey dem dey practice na borrowed one. Na borrow dem borrow dem, but na dem come do am pass, come use am memorize the people join. Na dem do am over sabi, na im dey worry Africans. Over sabi. The women dem, when their forefathers live for them, instead of them to develop it, maybe na their own dem for even dey run follow now. We no know. Dem no develop am. Dem no develop am. Dem throway am, throway am. Dey follow another person wey dem no even know the source, the origin. Abeg I tire o. Nigeria matter no be here o. The reason why 35% of Nigerian youths can never involve in fighting Nigeria is because they are much contented and their way of income yahoo plus recharge every day. Mr. Rock. Hey, I'm laughing because it's the truth. Most of them are. Some of them, even the ones that go to school, now the educated ones now that they run these things. Now they run am. Now they run these things. Even the education, they don enroll the education. If you see university student now, you no go believe. They no even, first of all, they no fit define the course wey dem dey read. They no know the meaning of the course wey dem dey read. They no even know why dem dey go to school. Some of them no dey even go class. They dey pay throughout. They no dey enter class, so they go just pay throughout their graduation. Is that life? Is that life? In a country where it's just a shame. Well, if we continue to talk Nigeria matter for here, I no know when I'll start to dey cry. Life go turn to another thing. But I'm hopeful. In spite of everything I've said, I'm hopeful. You know, just deep down in me, I have hope. And I'm looking at my principal, Peter the Rock Obi. That's who keeps me. That's the person I look at. His demeanor, everything. You understand? His demeanor, everything, how they look, oh, my people. Now they look, because I don't understand. The man is steady, focused, going to court, doing his own thing. This man has not missed court one day. Has Mr. Obi missed court one day? He has not. Every consistency. Hey, God. Hey, that kind of man. There's no way that the universe will not respond to what he wants. There's no way. This one is not even about doing 30-day prayer and fasting. There is no way the universe will not respond. There's no way the universe will not respond to what he wants. Because he embodies it already. He embodies it. You understand? So, my people, let's call it a night. We live today to fight tomorrow. My super chatters, I thank you very much. I appreciate you guys very much. You people have encouraged me. Thank you very much, Amaka. God go bless you. Whether you like am or not, Suberry, God go bless you. I really, really appreciate. Thank you so much. My people, now here I go draw the curtain. Give us our mandate. You have anything last thought to leave us with? Are you still there? Or you don't go sleep? Mr. One Love. Mr. One Love, you enter panel. You just enter panel, park car, take keke napep or bike, comot for where you park your. I no understand. So I'm waiting for the judges to show their cards because I truly believe should they make the mistake to send the cattle to slaughter? Yeah, I believe so too. I kind of somehow there's something deep down inside that is like something waiting to explode, something waiting to like go all out in Nigeria. That's what I perceive. So I don't know. You know. Oh, you're having mic issues, Mr. One Love. Ah, that's really weird, though. Yeah. I'm like, we wanted to hear from you. Oh. I'm sorry you're having mic issues. That's such a shame. Yeah, I don't have any trust, Mr. One Love. I don't completely. I don't have any trust in them at all. You know, like I said in what Niger Watch earlier, I was like, I don't zero trust, man. I don't have any trust. I mean, if they do whatever, that means that's their job anyway to stand for the truth and justice. There's nothing to celebrate them for that. They did what they were supposed to do. So why should I get excited about that? Why should I be praising them ahead or hoping on them for no? Mm-mm. Whatever they need to do, that's what they have to do. You understand? So I don't have any hope or trust in them. That's true. You know. So that's my own take on that. I don't have any. Mm-mm. I don't trust, yeah, I don't trust the CJN, I don't trust the court, the Supreme Court, the tribunal, all of them. I don't know one when I trust for inside. All of them are the same thing they do. All of them frauds. They're all frauds. They've all collected money. They can't talk, they've been compromised. They all have corn in their pockets. So if they do what they are supposed to do, oh well and good. Their children will suffer. They will suffer. Their great grandchildren will suffer. Generations yet unborn will suffer. So I know na here we dey go dey come dey talk the matter for here, you know, because yeah, they exactly he wasn't on the Supreme Court chief judge that swore Agbado in. Why did he not say no? This is against my ethics. Why did he not say no? That's the thing now. So you know, Top News says it cannot go south. I truly believe God gave you a personal mandate. Anyone hear it on the Sunday call? His father named him a name, meaning you will not buy. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I was on that call and I heard that. Yes, that was a powerful one though. I was like, wow, why did he not leave the names? Because he said he took the name out. He said that there's nobody that will not buy, so he took the name out. I was like, there's a meaning to it. It's not like you will not buy, but you know, whatever it is, your legacy, your destiny, whatever you put in the soil will not buy, it will double, it will increase, you know. I don't know. I wish I had his ear. I'll tell him. I'm like, no, your father said the right thing. Doesn't mean personally, physically, you will not buy. It means anything that you do, whatever it involves you, it will not. Look at what that name is speaking for him. Look at what it has resurrected in people. This movement, with or without Obi, is moving. Is that not already somebody that will not buy? There's no way, no matter how long you live as a Nigerian, you always remember Peter Obi for this movement. You will always give him credit for it. So how will his name buy like that? His name will never buy. He will never buy. That's exactly what his father was visionary in naming him. My people, what the name you give your child is very important. It's so your child's name. You have to carefully choose it. That's why I love our African names. This is why I love our African name. There's a powerful meaning behind every name. When you hear some names, yeah, they might be difficult for you to pronounce, but when you hear the name, there's no word in English that can piece those types of meanings together. You know? So, mm, so e come Ekene. Mr. One Love, can you hear us now? Is your mic okay?
Yes, it's better.
Hey, finally, oh! Agbado be collect mic for your hand.
Let me
Testing
not
mic, come dey
let,
lick am.
let me not rate me for back here. These people, man. Yeah, I've been listening to you guys, man. You guys have been making great contribution. You know,
Thank you.
it's really sad. I think I watched a little bit of one of the debates you posted. I think that was like 1950 something or so.
Yeah, 1957, yes.
Yeah, I saw that video before. I think I saw that video last year on YouTube, and I was just so impressed with that guy. And
Yes.
I just asked myself, what happened to Nigeria?
Let me tell you what happened. See what happened. This is my own conspiracy theory. You see this, I go speak pidgin for na YouTube e dey. You see dis palm colour people, that is where a lot of them they know they know the capacity, they know wetin we fit achieve.
Yeah.
Na that time they take dey, na that was when they were seeing a glimpse of, you see all those debates when dey carry people come dey do that time, na to collect information, to know what to do. Na it was all a plot. When they come see dey say, man, as dem dey lis ten, see that Naija guy was the most brilliant of them all. You
Yes.
see am with his shoulders to the back, confident. Look at the debate, respectfully, just e dey bring out im point. E dey use fact take dey flog that palm coloured girl, dey flog am. That one wan even touch her. At one point he remove the girl hand. He say, let me finish my point. In a calm but very focused way. You know, as you see as he take annihilate the woman. Na that one, in fact, I should say e even start before then. They observe. You know, these people are very good at observing. You know, see the woman when they interview, as she sit down, they look all of them.
Yeah.
Na im dey take collect all the information. They say these people must never, make dem no ever stand. If they stand, is done for us. E get one video wey dey circulate na palm coloured person do am. E say the only way when dis their people wey dey dis place, when all of us dey so, go continue to dey successful and to dey jollof and live soft life, na if their enemy remain poor. Make I no say us. If their enemy, if they themselves remain poor, I'm telling you. So they know, they've known. You see these people, they know us more than we know ourselves. There's so many records they have they kept in their secret places about us that we will never get to see until God,
Exactly.
maybe God
Yeah.
decide say he wan reveal am. Most of those records they dey Vatican City. Nobody fit near that archive for Vatican City. The Vatican Church sef, e know who we be. They know us pass we know ourselves. That is what we don realize as a people. Na im make us dey do, we see as we dey do due with all the pain wey we don chop, the bulala wey we don chop, suffer wey we don chop for our continent. See where we dey. They know who we be. They know the power, the po ten tial. The sun is our source. You see this sun wey we dey see so, sun na our source. Nature na our own. I no know whether anybody remember. Me remember because I grow up for farm. Now e get sometimes you dey waka for farm. I remember my grandmother that time when we dey follow her go farm that time. The woman go look up, e go say 12 don knack.
Oh yes,
True
yes.
true, you go look your watch, true na 12. You go dey
Donna.
say abi dis
Yeah.
woman na, I take know say na 12.
Yeah.
E go look up again say egogo itself gba. You go talk
3 yeah.
6 don knack. You go come look, you go say how dis woman take know. We were so connected to nature. You know say we live among all dis citizen of the jungle, when I mean animals, right? Why be say for some African countries, some animal whisperers dey among us wey dey fit talk to. I remember that time zoo for Ibadan, when you go zoo, all the way dey take care of the animals for the zoo, dey fit talk to the animals in a way wey dey lis ten. Lion, this man, I remember this man specifically for Ibadan that time. The man go enter the zoo, this thing go talk to the zoo, the lion go calm down, e go sit down for the man. The man go give am food, e go waka comot, nothing. These people know who we be pass us. Dat na the leverage wey dem don get. Until those documents are exposed, oh my God, we don't know half of wetin we be. See,
Yeah.
if we all of us sit down think am, right? If you sit down by yourself think am, you go come dey realize say, omo, with everything wey dem don throw at you, why be say you still dey stand?
She survived, yeah.
You still dey survive with all the suffering, with all the impact of it. E get some ancestors wey you no go ever know. Dem dey know their ancestors, to the 10th, to the 12th, to the 15th. Why you no know your own?
They try to
Why?
block those things so that you don't
They
have
in
history,
ten tionally if you go San Francisco Museum, I don go the second floor of San Francisco Museum, na Nigeria, all the gods wey dey steal, all those small small things wey dey steal, all the
Yeah.
artifacts, the bronze one, e get one section na Benin na im full am, Benin artifact na im full am.
Wow.
Another place the Oyo na im full am.
Mm.
The whole floor na me and one of my friend from Rwanda na im go. As we go na so e dey laugh me say na so so Nigeria artifact na im full here o. And the second floor is massive, and the third floor na Nigeria artifact full am. The things wey you know dey even write am, there's a writing, dey inscribe am into the things wey dey steal. You know say na the native people of that time na dey inscribe am put. Even dis Igbo gods, you know say Igbos dey get this similar worship wey be like the Son, the Father and the Holy Spirit. I don
Mm.
forget how I say dey describe am for Igbo land that time. um So they get the way Catholics take dey get tripartite, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Kene, if you know about this, please correct me. They get am. That particular thing, the structure, everything, e dey San Francisco Museum.
Wow.
I'm telling, no joke, my brother. So most of these things, if we know half of who we be, I'm telling you, go dey pissed right now. You'll be pissed. That's why knowledge can never, you have to keep learning. You have to open your heart to learning and receiving knowledge. It's very important, because the more you know of yourself, the more you are connected to your God. I keep saying this thing every time I get I keep echoing it. The more you know of who you are is a direct connection to your source, who's your creator, God, whatever you want to call him or call it, whatever. Whether a man or woman, we don't know, but it will connect you, because the who you are is interconnected, because you already carry the universe inside of you. We don't, half of us don't even know that the universe is already inside of you. Scientists will say human beings, as human beings, were made up of light. Where do you think that comes from? You know, so these people know us, they know us pass as we know ourselves. They know our great. E get one man when I see one, while dey waka through Peter Obi internet one time, I no know as I take bump into that video. The man come, the oyibo man, e dey give us the breakdown of the slave trade wey happen for Nigeria. E mention dis Tinubu woman wey dem talk say na im, e say na im be the biggest slave trader dat time for dis thing. Na im
Yeah.
great great grandfather na im pass the story to dem. As e dey
Yeah.
talk am, e dey bring out book. Oh my God.
Yeah, definitely. Because those things happen. They didn't just happen
Exactly.
because some people came from across the ocean to come oppress us. So people let them in. Those kings and those queens and those obas, they were the ones that actually create the pathway for those things to happen. But most of the time these days, we don't even talk about the roles those obas and kings play to sell our people. We only blame
Exactly.
these people.
Exactly. Because our people, they participated heavily. Some of them, one love, some of them are still reaping the benefit of the slave trade till
Oh
today.
yeah, absolutely,
Na the
definitely.
oyibo ones wey we know say okay, dem say
Mm.
the Bank of England, this one of England, dey participate. The people wey dem still dey for Naija, their descendants are still
Their
alive.
descendants are
They are
still
still
reaping it. Yeah.
reaping the benefit of it, because dem still dey pay dem wetin dem dey call am when you don sing so royalties.
Mm.
Dem still dey pay dem royalties for the people wey dem sell. So we don't, when you don't know, who you are, that's what happens. You go just dey, you go be like wind, go blow go here, you go blow go here, you go blow go here. If you look any black person, if you look in eye, you go be like say you dey see the universe. You go literally be like say you dey see the universe. When you look at someone and you are talking to the person and you say I want to speak to the God in this person, you will literally feel like you're seeing endless, like eternity in the person's eyes. We have no idea who we are. These people can trace, they go tell you say the the 10 great grandfather na like this e do, dem come trace am to themselves. How many of us know that one? How many? they destroy everything. Because if we know half of who we be, it's game over. But it's opening, the secrets are coming up. You know that you want to keep something, keep something, keep something, it must come out.
Definitely.
And most
Definitely.
of them are now coming out, and people are now becoming aware. And I guess that's why the whole world is like, there's this whole thing going on, especially focusing on Nigeria. This is why it is happening, because there's a lot of awareness taking place. People are getting more knowledge, people are taking the time to understand and educate themselves, but we need more people to be awakened. Because the moment we can take back what is ours, why is it that anything that affects Nigeria affects the whole Africa? They ask yourself, me dey ask myself that question. Why e be say anytime when something dey somehow for Nigeria, e go be like say na the whole Africa e dey affect? Why? I dey ask myself. There is something about that land, there is something, and that's why dem dey constantly dey look for way to just kukuma scatter the whole thing, make that land, make e be say dem abuse am, so nothing like that go fit happen, because dem no wan make the thing unite na. See wetin dem go do for that dam wey be say that place for Ethiopia, wey be the Horn of Africa. You know say dem dey fight for that place before. Why dey think say dey fight dey go on for there? Because that place na im link to the rest of Africa. If anything happen to the Horn, it's over, game over for Africa. So many things are happening, so it's very important make we try get our own place. We need to fix am. We can't leave it for anybody. And I think it's a way of God calling. This is like a clarion call from deep within. If you're connected, you're connected. You will know. You have to. This is the time to put your voice, whatever it is you need to put your resources to make sure that land stands, regardless of what they try to do. That's why I'm all for unity, because reason why I'm all for unity, even though I know on the other side, which is the north, you have a lot of people that maybe don't understand what they fight. But we need to now make it part of our duty to educate those people. We cannot decide, okay, this thing is not working, everybody do your thing, but we can look out for each other. You understand? Whatever that is, we got to fight. We have to. We have to. Eh? I don't know about that,
It's
Mr. Patrick. That whole generational thing, is the generational curse, is it not existing? Is the people that cause, are they not the ones ruling the Nigeria now? Those are the people that are the generational causes now. You don't need to pray too much prayer. The generational cause is right in front of you. It's the fathers, it's the babas, it's the uncles that have refused to let their children come up. That's the generational cause now. They no wan make dem progress for life. They no wan make dem get work, make dem fit feed themselves, make dem fit take care of themselves. That, do you know, I no know. They go dey pray, but they go ignore the person wey dey cause the problem. That's the generational cause. All these things, when you talk about it, people will think that, oh, this one, maybe she doesn't believe in God, she's a pagan, she's a this. I just dey laugh for my mind, because the more you know of who you are, trust me, your God will come alive within you. You will be empowered from within. No, our people no go, hey, that whole that small knowledge wey they get, oh, this one, oh, I go to this place, pray, go to read Bible. With all due respect to people who read Bible, oh, because everybody dey come to knowledge in their time. So I'm not saying this to make anybody feel bad. In case it's okay, everybody dey come into understanding. I get that. But when you have somebody saying things to you, it's better for you to open your heart and your mind, read, educate yourself, take something that is not worth it, what you know you're not going to, throw it away, and learn, relearn, unlearn, keep the process going. You cannot just stick to one thing and think that's the end all and be all. No, it does not exist like that. It doesn't work like that. You know, it doesn't work like that. They just use things, words, to keep people captive, and they have the captains of them waiting, lingering, holding it over their heads, talking like this, do like this. Why be say people when they go the this thing, the house, when they go they preach, they do everything. Why be say that they learn psychology? Why? Wetin psychology get to do with spirituality? Wetin psychology? Why? So that they go fit hold put the people in bondage, and they continue to further keep the people in bondage, so that your eyes can never be open. You go dey pray, you go dey pray, sometimes you go pray pray pray, nothing. You're in bondage, you just don't know, and you don't want to accept it, because you don't want to hear the truth, you don't want to hear anything outside, and they will tell you this is the only one, don't look elsewhere. If you look, that means that you are of they will tell you all kinds of conspiracy things, so you keep yourself limited in knowledge and understanding. Who do you? Who do you? Once you know, you can't unknow. Once you have heard, you cannot unhear. The people that are putting you in bondage are not far from you. They are not far from you. They are the people you spend hours going to listen to. Nobody challenges the pastor. A man will preach. You know he's preaching error. Nobody challenges him. Everybody takes it verbatim. Papa said, it is not the way. That is not how the world works. People, when they even give us the when they borrow the religion, they know they do one like that. Ah, I beg. I don't already branch enter where I don't know. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Make I go enter house. I beg. Before the thing talk to another thing. Kene, you say they created, well, those ones that are knowing are beginning to understand the trick, right? Of course, there are ignorant ones amongst them, right? A lot of ignorance that's going on both sides. On both sides, ignorance. You go see some of us when you go come here now, you say, see akata, you go stigmatize them. You don't even know them, you never get to know them, you don't understand them, right? You just stigmatize. That's the same way they stigmatize. I remember one place when I work like that, the woman when one woman see me for there, he say they come say he say where I come tell am, he say he hear say the picture when he see hear say they don dey see food chop for there, how I take make her come this side, how I take make her come, say whether I get kwashiorkor that time because of the image that has been created. I no blame am. I look, I say wetin dis person know. The same one we dey hear na only kpai na dem dey kpai, dem dey lazy, dem no dey like to work. How many of us don hear those things before? The same way wey we dey hear na im dem dey hear, but dem no know say dat na all of us dem dey do. Dem dey do dem, dem dey do us. You know, we get eye. In the same Bible go say you have eyes you don see, you have ears you don hear. The same Bible when you dey read, they go put truth, hide the love truth inside there for you, but you go read and you no go know. You go miss am because everybody don say, and again, I no fit blame their own religion alone. I also have to blame the way that it was done in Nigeria, especially because guess what, people dey go babalawo houses. So na wetin babalawo tell you na you go do. Babalawo, you wan come see wetin your future go talk, you go be babalawo. Anything wey babalawo talk na you go accept. You go say e dey see well well o, e dey sabi talk true o, e dey see far. You carry that mindset enter inside church. How many pastors dem, how many of dem get babalawo background? Many. No be say na babalawo work dem dey do before. Dem see say na Christianity dey pay now, dem don cross over to Christianity, dem carry that babalawo thing enter Christianity. Shebi one of redeemed pastor abi na Gio or whatever, e dey say e wan retire from ministry, wan go become king for a village. Gio sign am, e say yes, go ahead. When you know say those things wey dem dey enter, many things dey wey dem dey do, so that one no affect you, but you want to have somebody there so that you know is in authority there in case you want. It's these people don't understand, you know. Me, I no dey too talk because I no fit. I no come here come teach anybody anything. Before person come label me name wey no be my own. You understand? When you step out and say, you know what, let me learn this thing by myself, your mind will be blown. Abeg o, abeg. My people, it have do, it have do, it have do, it have do. I gotta go, I gotta go. Eh? No, you are right, Kene. Awareness is coming up. Emo Atawo Funny, you talk true. That's true. You know, awareness is coming up. It's true. You are right. Yeah, we are spiritual people. We are not religious. There's truth in that. The most comprehensive history was in Igbo history of Igbo people in Stanford University. I can imagine. I won't be shocked. People don't even know that the wall around. Yeah, they don't. People don't even know that there was even a wall in Benin. They don't know that. They don't. They don't even know that at all. Did you learn that in history in Nigeria? No, I didn't. You know, it's a global majority too. Yeah, yeah. They don't. You know, they don't. Oh, people. Let he who has ear, let him hear. Oh, mm. Mm-hmm. I no know anything na where I know reach now dey talk o. I no dey talk pass myself. Romary my sister thank you. You see clearer when you step out of religion and own your own. I'm telling you, look within. That God is already inside of you. It's already. We just use you use noise take dull all the senses. You no go dey hear again. E dey inside here dey tell you this is the way work with it. No, no, no. You go dey na the one you wan hear na you go use am dey silence the voice. You no know because you are in the midst of noise. Too many people in your ear. You are lis ten to this one, you are lis ten to this one. You no know who be true, you no know who be lie. Meanwhile na the ones wey dey lie pass na im plenty pass. Anyway, having said that, my people, let's not give up hope. Oh, Nigeria is the only country we have. We don't have any other ancestral home. I don't know how many people have two ancestral homes. Now, only one me get. If Kasala boss for here now, guess what? I'll carry my karanga, I go my papa house. Okay? So, Biko, make we put hands together, put our differences aside. Make sure, say, you see this thing, we must collect am. We cannot continue like this. Okay, even if people stand say oh no we no wan let these people go, if we decide say omo whether una like am or not we must go, dem no get wetin dem fit do. Dem no, even devil no get power pass you. Na permission e dey take. E no dey fit do anything anyhow. E must first ask for permission. Okay, so eh, exactly. Most of them, some of the pastors are also they have Muslim background, so they get converted according to them. Get converted, come back. Some of them are they fully converted? That's the question. The ones that are babalawo, did they really repent? Because then when they wear that garment, you don't know what they under the garment. Hello, somebody. Am I preaching? Somebody say amen. I beg go. Thank you. Oh, Kene, your head dey there. Oh, yeah, dey your head. You are anointed. You are anointed. Animals don't get caught up in hurricane. They sense it long before long before land fall and go to a higher ground. That una dey hear? That na animal. When they say na human being na im get superior sense pass animal. Animal go sense danger from a while. Even dog, common dog when you go get now, if something bad wey dey around you, the dog go dey bark, e go dey bark, e dey see things wey you no fit see. Dog, how much more you wey be human being wey suppose get superior intelligence? Which one come be your own? How many dog you see say dey go church go sit down to lis ten to word? How many animal? You wan tell me say those animal, those creatures wey God make, all of them go air fire because dem no go church, dem no do whoa, my people, no wan enter preaching matter. How many of them? No be God create all the animals for this world. How many of them you see say dey gather go church? Kene, abeg Kene. Hey Lily, good to have you my sister. You just dey come? Omo we don dey round up oh. You are in love. Kene, somebody is falling. Somebody don't fall in love with you. Fall in love. Kene, somebody don't fall in love. Fall in love. Kene don't marry you. At that day house, so Abeg o, I no fit hold fight. You know say women no dey take their husband play o. As husbands no dey take their women play. Biko no put me for trouble. Oh my God, this has been amazing, guys. So please, let's Abi, may I leave you? Romari, abeg, enjoy yourself. Please enjoy. Kene dey here, he go answer you by himself. Whoa, my people, it's been real, but let's not forget our fatherland. That's where we belong. I don't care how long you've been in the obodo, speak all the English, go all the school, live in the ocean side, by the beach side, live the highest life, soft life for the way. Forget that home is where the heart is forever and ever. No matter how bad it is, home is still where the heart is. Let's learn to build ourselves, build our homes. That's all we've got. We no get anything abeg. If dey say everybody come and go home now, guess what? We go see where enter. Mr. Patrick say, okay, Mr. Patrick, may I pin your statement? Mr. Patrick say, spread the word. Everyone start sensitizing ọlọ́pàá, soldier. That is the next tool in our toolbox. Abeg, if you know ọlọ́pàá, talk to them. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá, àwọn sójà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, please, you people should ṣàánú wa. We are all the one, we are suffering inside this thing together. Are your children going to good school? If anything happen to you, is there insurance that will take care of your children and your wife and everything you left behind? Is there? Is there? Do you have special house? You have special car? Do you have convoy following you? Are you living the life? Are you living the soft life? Are your children living the soft life? The people that you are protecting, are they protecting you? You, when they protect, who is protecting you? Who is protecting you? You see this suffer, my brothers in the army and in the police, all of us na dey really suffer together. You see that your citizen wey you dey drag dey do anyhow, if you support am join, make all of us carry stand dan tanda, e go better for you, e go better for me. We no get wetin we wan gain for inside, na make e good for everybody, na we dey pray. Because if the country good, guess what? You go get full benefit insurance. If anything happen to you, we go salute you, we go remember you, we go do everything we need, you go get respect everywhere you go. Everything wey you want, e go be free. No be that kind life. Instead of when people go, they go send people go street go dey collect 5 kobo 5 kobo. No be you go collect am put for pocket o, you first carry am come oga office. Oga go take 30%, the remaining one e go say make una go share am with 10 other people. Is that the life you want? I no say hunger dey land, everybody dey feel the hunger, but of what use is make you dey collect small 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 5 kobo. Meanwhile, people when you dey stand for their back dey do everything, those ones dem dey eat fat every day. Dem go eat the food, dem no go invite you make you come chop, but na you dey protect dem or dey put your body on the line for dem. But even when hunger come, dem no dey feed you well. When dem do party, dem no dey invite you. Dem invite you na make you carry their bag for dem, make you park their car for them. That's all. They go put una for outside. You are more than that. You are the head, you are not the tail. All of us, na woman na born all of us. The same way they born that your oga, na they take born you. They no better pass you. You sef no better pass them. If we join hand together, this our country go good. E go better for you, e go better for your children, and the children wey you go born, e go better for them. E go better for you. See, okay, see the place wey una dey stay, una housing wey dey say dey give una. Even animal no fit stay for that kind house. If you carry animal go there, they go run comot, dem no go stay. That no be how human being suppose. Una dey watch movie now, now dey see as people, all the olopa dem and soldiers dem dey fresh for here. No say as dem dey fresh, wetin make you different? You no fit fresh. They go train them, they go add training. People olopa for here and army for here, when they finish dem dey go, so they get free education. If they wan go get education, they go. Military go pay for them all the way. Which one come be your own? My brother, suffer no good for body. Join us, make we know wetin we dey do. All of us na one cry, now all of us dey cry. Now make the country for good. For If you wan go anywhere, you fit go. Anywhere you wan live, you go live. Nobody go disturb you. Dat na the prayer. Anyway, my people, na here I go drop am before I start to bite my tongue. Yeah, that's true, Kenny. Police needs reform. Yep, that's right. Police dog for America sef get Kenny oh. Na true, but na true. No lie oh. Na true. Na true, Kenny. Na true you talk. No lie. Na true. You know? So alright my pipu, make I end am for here. Una do well. God go bless all of una whether una like am or not. Everybody wey give me super chat, na God go bless una o. Make una cup full, make e dey run over o. Na be my prayer o. Yeah. My sister Romary, thank you. I love you back oh. I love you too. I appreciate you. Thank you for being with me tonight. I really appreciate you. I know Kene, na you dey drop comment na. You just dey drop side comment, dey drop side comment. Me dey look say okay, maybe you wan say good for here. You still dey, you dey do, you dey. I wan draw the curtain na. Na you dey, now na dey hold me back. Patrick say police. Patrick, you sure say you no wan, you for enter studio come talk all dis thing o. So you dey drop message for me. You for just kukuma enter the studio talk am with one time. Look at the policemen. Say look at your barrack. It's not fit for rats, not even dog. Dog good, rats because dog no go stay, dog go run. They get leg, dog get sense, they go comot. They say they like better thing. For rat sef, you no go gree. Even rat wey be say dey eat food remainder, you no go, you go sit down one, you go run. You say like food dey when dem dey chop, food dey when dem no dey chop. Na so rat go talk. So abeg. Exactly. Bayo say animals will prefer 50 naira to better salary. Okay oh. Kene, alright, well that's good. Kene say sleep well Romary. Romary say thanks Kene. Okay. No be my mouth now tell you. Alright oh my people, it's been real. Hasta la vista. By the way, Mona, not forget to subscribe, like, share. If you never subscribe and you dey use corner eye dey look us since, side eye, biko subscribe. Let's move the ministry forward. Share the video. No hide the video. Share am make people know we dey talk to police and soldier, so that maybe you go fit send am to your police brother, your soldier brother, whoever brother, navy brother, everything, air force brother. Share am to all of them make dem hear, because all this fight wey we dey fight na all of us na im e go touch. You understand? My sister Lily, thank you very much. Good night. Absolutely. Next time. Yes o. Okay o. Na no, so na who una come dey call the hater now? Ẹ gbà mí o, Oríṣiríṣi. Abeg you. More una dey look for who be the hater wey dey hate. Good night everyone. Thank you. Bye. Oh my God. This is so